Alright, there we go. Freaking, there's like 2 things that are upsetting me about frickin' Streamlabs OBS, and it keeps happening, and it keeps ticking me off. And I don't know if I'm just, like, in an abusive relationship or something, but I just keep coming back. Even though everything tells me that I should stop. Probably because I paid money for this stuff. Switch that over to normal cam, see if that's all. Hey! It actually worked! We're only like 3 minutes late this time, because I had to do a complete computer reset, because when I was streaming on Twitch, so I logged out of Twitch, and when I logged into YouTube, all of my USB devices died. All of them. And I was like, oh, please don't make me restart my entire computer. I walked behind, unplugged all the USB stuff, plugged it back in, and nothing happened. So that's the thing that keeps happening with Streamlabs OBS. It's basically like every single time I stop a stream or I have to log out, log in on the program, it crashes my entire computer, which means I need to reset my video card overclocking stuff again. Again, just seems like one of those things I should just give up on. How's everybody doing this lovely Saturday? Huh? We having some fun? I had no plans for this stream, so we're just gonna kind of wing it, as per usual, I guess. But I'm super thankful that 132... Why are 132 people here? That's amazing. I love you all, even though you're probably gonna leave in like 30 seconds. But while you're here, thank you very much for joining me. I mean, this stream could go literally anywhere. In fact, I had a cool thing I just found out before the stream that I'd like to kind of show off, because it surprised me. Computer died, but doing great. How dead, Coney? I had a moment, was talking to the wife, and she was like, how much RAM does my computer have? I'm like, 16 gigs. And she's like, how much does it cost to get more RAM? And I sat here and like kind of looked at myself when I just gave Flux 32 gigs of like DDR4 3400 RAM or 3200 RAM. I could have just given that to you. But apparently Flux took precedent for some reason. GPU took a dump? That is the worst. What GPU did you have, Cody? Talk to me. Hey! Nice to see you, Song. Thanks for coming out. Shiny hunting. It took me about 5 hours of nonstop trying to catch a Victini in my stupid little Pokemon game. It just wouldn't get in the ball, and I just kept using save states to catch it. The most amount of work I ever put in for a Pokemon that means absolutely nothing. When do you think the Milsig M79 video might come out? I have it shot. I have every single piece of footage I need for that, and I hate it. How did you kill a 3060 Ti? Wait, a 3060 Ti? I know that's actually a thing, but that's like a newish video card. That should still be under warranty, man. Making chicken tacos. Sounds pretty good. Not gonna lie. Pokemon, what a boomer, am I right? Yep. But basically, a lot of our streams are just kind of be like answering questions and talking chat until chat gets boring and then doing other things, which for some reason interests 160 of you. I do want to apologize for the fact there has not been any videos this week. I'm not gonna lie, I've just kind of been in a lull. Haven't been really feeling that creative. First problem you can probably see is this right here. There was another one right here and another one right here. And I didn't want to stream with or do anything with these big, huge bumps on my face. So I kind of let that sit. And because of that, I just kind of didn't really feel like doing a whole lot. I did stuff, just not as much as I should. I did film today. I wanted to get it out before the stream. That did not happen. I did a video on this thing, because I never did a video on it. And it's amazingly really good. Even now, 3 years later, this thing kicks all kinds of butt. Super powerful, super useful, dare I say, practical. So I did a video on that. That should be fun. I just kind of needed, it's kind of like the Buzzbee video, where it's just like, I'm kind of reviewed out. There's only so much, even though it's kind of like so far easy content, I want to make sure my content is good. So what winds up happening is that like I get kind of burnt out. I mean, I'm the only one here doing anything. So I get kind of burnt out doing a video, and then I just I don't really accomplish a whole lot else. I did a little bit of cleaning, I did a little bit of organizing, I looked for some stuff, but didn't really get a whole lot of actual work done. We're close. As a channel, we're pretty close to being able to pop off. I wish I had a little bit more help, but we're pretty close. My main issue right now is I took on this whole studio, this whole property, this whole everything, and I was expecting hopefully to get a little bit more help, and I have gotten some help, and thank the people who do help me. I need more. I'm not able to sustain all of this plus myself by myself. My Discord moderators are absolute wonderful freaking human beings, because I like barely pop in and they're doing like all the grunt work, and I love them for it. I cannot thank, you know, Homely, Sonic, Super Vaporeon, Valor, and probably forgetting some. Oh god, I sound horrible. Ivan. You know, there's the Discord moderators. They do a stupid amount of good work, and they don't get the shout-outs that they require, because I'm trying to get to the point where I don't have to worry about the Discord, and trying to work on some other things. On my docket at the moment is currently redesigning my entire Patreon. I want to get that done. I'm a little bit late. I might launch it next week. Some things are going to change. I would love to have feedback if you have any, like, hey, I would pay money for this, Walcom. I would love to get your opinions on that kind of stuff. So that is something that you can think about during the stream. I would love to hear it, especially if you're already a patron. Like, hey, I'd like to get more money. Things I want to try to cut down on is I tried to do like calls for people if they were like $15 a month or whatever, but the calls would always take up a lot more time than they probably should. And it's hard to keep track of that with, like, you know, a dozen people. So we're going to be changing some things around to where I can still talk to people, but hopefully not like have to dedicate time for it. Hey, Boomstick! Nice to see you. Thanks for coming out. Love you much. The wall is looking beautiful. If you can, hold on. There we go. See all those? Those are all jolts. Oh God, I'm screwed. Oh my God, the mic. Are you effing beautiful jolt wall? Did you see it? At least you got to see it, right? You didn't get to hear me. Freaking amateur hour up in here. Right on. Holy crap. Robert Monkey, new member. Thank you very much for being a member of the YouTube channel. There's some cool things that you get for that. One, you get access to things I post in the community channel. When I do that, that will happen. I promise. I kind of cooled off the last couple of months. But you also get all of the emotes for all the live streams that happen every Saturday night. I wish I could do more, but YouTube punishes you for it. They punish me for the one stream I do. It sucks. I wish that wasn't the case. And of course, you get the beautiful dart next to your name, which will evolve over time. And that's visible not only in the YouTube chat, but also in the comment section of any of my videos. So you can stand out, which is like a guaranteed way for me to heart your comment. I promise. Did I say Robert? Robert? I mean, I can be that stupid sometimes. You gotta keep me in check. I apologize, Robot Monkey. I'm doing my best, and it's not enough at all, but thank you. Yeah, it was hopefully kind of a beautiful wall, right? So, here's before we get in, like, just the nonsensical asking questions, oh, you gotta be, like, slightly longer, bro. Okay. We're gonna move the camera again. You see this little thing? This is a camera that I've had forever. I think I got it from, like, GearBest and then never did a video on it. And it's this cute little tiny thing that is really hot. Holy crap. Oh my God. That is excessively hot. I'll probably have to unplug it here in a second. But it's probably really hot because I found out it does this. Why? I literally just plugged it in and it brought up like generic underscore something. And I was like, there's no way. And then I went into OBS and added it as a thing. I'm like, holy crap! It functions as a webcam. Now the frame rate does not agree with the lights. But that's why you're getting this like strobing effect. But is that not rad as heck for a camera that big? That's pretty legit cool in my opinion. Can I use that for anything? I doubt it, but it's cool. And we do like cool things. I'm gonna unplug that before it frickin' explodes on me. Wow, that's really hot. I have another one too that's not nearly as cool. Where's that second one? I probably swallowed it or something silly like that. But I do have two of them. What FPS does the Mark III? So I obviously don't have one, but there were some leaks a couple of months back via Piggy. Apparently it hits anywhere from 130 to 140 full auto. Highest shot was 166. Of course it's hot from the future recording of to the date. I get ya. I have the same issue with the LEDs on my blaster wall on the camera. Gotta adjust the frame rates to the right frequency. Yeah, so on my main camera, when I'm inside, I have to put a 260. I think I can do 120 as well, but it doesn't seem to work nearly as much. But yeah, with the LEDs in the ceiling, oversight when we put LEDs in, oh well. It's not bad. It works. I think the main camera looks pretty good. Obviously, there's no flickering or anything right now. But changing that up to like trying to use other little cameras that don't have the same ability to change what the frequency is at is kind of annoying. Because I have a bunch of cameras, like auxiliary cameras that I could be using that don't, they just strobe. So, kind of sucks, but hey, we make do. We figured out, if you were here for the last stream, we did figure out what was wrong with my digital target, so now my digital target is working flawlessly. I do need to hopefully fix that whole area up for filming, but we are close. It's all a money issue right now. We need to get some accent lighting behind it, and we need to get some like pretty nice theater curtains and stuff, and that'll be really nice. Do you have the Fortnite Micro Clash, Fortnite Micro Thunder Clash as Noah Stout? I do in fact. The only thing I'm missing right now is that there's a Roblox Jolt micro shot that has, it's like the blue laser phaser pistol. Not the white and blue, but the red and blue. I can't find those. Some reviews are up for the Mega XL. Yes, I am aware of that. I have not seen it anywhere near me, though, and even if it came out, I wouldn't have the money for it. Fun times. Great times. I love it. It's so frustrating. Penny Gadget finally made a live stream. You probably heard this before, but I've never seen someone grow a beard and look younger. I know, right? Isn't that weird? I'm 31. I grew the beard because I was tired of people commenting about double chins. That's pretty much the only reason. Do I know how to grow a beard? No, I just stopped shaving. I still shave my cheeks and everything like that. I'm trying to figure out what exactly to do with the mustache hairs. Because, like, I trim them, but then it almost looks like I don't have a mustache. So I don't quite know what to do. Would love to get some feedback on that from the dads in the audience. Because I have no idea what I'm doing. I just haven't been to a barber in, like, a year. I have the plasma ray. I don't care about it. I might be able to pick one up, but even on Amazon, they were really expensive for some reason. Do you think Dart Zone will release a pro Walmart flywheeler? Probably. So we should talk about the Dart Zone Pro Mark III a little bit, because there was some more information put out today, which was surprising. It was basically like they finally put out a video of it actually functioning as a blaster instead of it just being 3D renders. So that tells me that their original video was all like 3D renders, and what I'm guessing the original person was holding in the video was a mock-up or like a testing thing. I don't know. But they put up a video, and the important information has been confirmed. I don't know if they updated their... I don't think they updated anything. Like, I might have to, like, just go scrounging around for this one video. You mean just to take care? I had everything all set up, and then we restarted everything. No, they have not updated it. So they only updated it on Facebook. Are you effing kidding me? Are you effing kidding me? Let's go to this WALCOMS7 Facebook. Maybe we can find the latest information on the Walcom Facebook. Oh, hey, how about that? There is, let's see if we can put this up. It's gonna be difficult. Let's see here. Hold on. I'm sorry, we're doing it live. Probably shouldn't do it live. Transition. Let's do the gameplay stream. Let's add, capture a window. Let's add a new source. Actually, no, we'll just add window capture. Properties, almost there. Let's see what we can do here. Almost done. Calm the heck down. We can watch the new video of it. It's like literally 15 seconds long. Bruh. Oh my god, why does your stuff suck so hard? Okay. Dude, Streamlabs, stop. Turn down the suck. Just a tad. I'm not asking for a whole lot here. Okay. And bada bing. So we got a whole 15 seconds here of a blaster running. Ready for it? Let's go.
Why did you not do a video on the Rex Rampage? Was super hyped for the new Dino line, but you never made a video, D.
Because I got bored. I have one. I actually filmed it and everything. I just didn't like the video, so I didn't upload it. I'm really sorry about that, Ian. I do have one. Maybe I'll do a video in the future. I'm really sorry about that, but thank you very much for the $5 super chat. So, explains that it's exclusive to Target Online and Amazon, and it's coming in at $129. Learn more here. So click a thing. What are you playing? Follow link. Follow link. Follow link. Follow link. Follow link. Follow link. Follow. It's not working. Ah, there we go. Okay, we got a Dart Zone website here. What do we got? What's going on in here?
Money for lights, or bills, or a hot dog. Use it for whatever. I'm not your dad.
I love you, Homely. Thank you so much. I will use it for all the good and the evil in the world. So, MSRP, $129.99. Level up like never before. We're changing the game once again. Introducing the Dart Zone Mark III Pro Series Blaster, our first motorized pro flywheel blaster featuring unrivaled performance, both semi-auto and full auto fire with up to 150 FPS. Seamlessly alter your attack during battle by moving between modes with a simple switch. Use the rev trigger to start the motors and fire our new high-performance Dart Zone Pro 2.0 Pro Darts. This one-of-a-kind blaster features an extendable shoulder stock and a digital scope to give you the first-rate firing position. Take home the Dart Zone Pro Mark III series today with a prepare for an epic foam blaster battle experience. What comes in the box? You get a curved Dart Zone mag. You get a curved normal mag, which I wish that wasn't even included. You get the digital scope, which I assume is just some kind of red dot. And you get that stock that looks like it came with something else. It's okay. What's this thing look like in my gut reaction of everything? Awful. I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but I really hate what I'm seeing here. I wish I had the Markiplier, like, you know, green screen. Like, all this makes me uncomfortable. I guess it's not capturing my mouse, so you just have to use your imagination. Love the muzzle. I think the triangular muzzle thing is a really good addition. We saw that with the Select, and I love it. And I think the Amp even kind of had that. This big Dorito-shaped thing, I'm sure it's comfortable. However, everybody hated that with the Infamous. I thought it was comfortable. everybody hated it with the Infinus, so it's going to be really funny. I want you to go back in time and look at which people hated the Infinus ergonomics but loved the Dart Zone ones. That's going to be really fun to tell. The grip looks short, stubby. It looks like it has the Pro rubberized kind of sock over it, but it looks pretty short and stubby. It still has that big hook mag release, which I personally hate. And the overall look of the blaster, I wish I could spin this around to see a better shot of it, but she thick. She real thick. Damn, she thick. She super thick. Stock looks actually kind of cool, but it also looks like it's short and stubby. Might be fine. Otherwise, big flat rail on the top. None of the lines really match up. It's got angled stuff next to smooth stuff, next to angular stuff. It looks kind of like a mess design-wise. Scope looks interesting. I doubt it's going to be all that good, but it does look interesting. The magazines, I like the kind of literal, katana wrap they have going on. I wish this thing did not come with a full-length mag. I'm really upset that it does. They need to just ditch full-length mags. However, as you can probably see, as people I've saw talking in the chat, requires 8 AA batteries. This is a good thing and a bad thing. So, bad thing, do not expect fast rev-up times. Expect painfully slow rev-up times. I don't think it says anything here about the actual rate of fire. I will assume it's going to be slow. And while it does scream up to 150 FPS, that's actually believable, because at 1.5 volts times 8, so that's 9 volts, I think? Something like that? That's on par with a 2S LiPo. The problem is it doesn't have the AA's don't have the discharge rate. So it's not going to be fast. It's not going to be able to keep up with that high rate of fire or anything like that, which kind of sucks. Now, 12 volt, thank you. I can't math. I never pretend to be a smart man. You should all know that. It's closer to a 3S. Yeah, okay. Yeah, again, I can't math. I went 1.5, 1.5. Yeah, so I basically did times 6. Because I was thinking in my head, I'm trying to rationalize being an idiot here, that it's 2 above with the Matrix Fire and stuff. Typically Dart Zone flywheelers, the reason why they're so much better than NERF ones is because they typically use 2 additional AA batteries. So, Matrix Fire, for instance, takes 6. This is going to take 8. Matrix Fire hits anywhere from 90 to 110. This is going to hit anywhere from 130 to possibly 160. It's interesting that it screams 150 FPS, and I assume we're going to hit that with fresh batteries. The problem is, well, the things I just labeled. You have a problem with the discharge rate because there's just not enough juice there. Yes, if you let it rev, then you'll hit that thing, but expect that slow lethargic rev up time, which is gonna kind of suck. And full auto, it does not claim how fast it fires on full auto. From what I heard, it's 2 darts per second. Not great. But using AA's also means that I can throw this in a bag and take it to a war and be able to worry about batteries and not have to worry about lipos, which is kind of cool and probably really useful if I wasn't going to be using any kind of full auto, because I don't think this thing is going to be working really good on full auto. And it looks kind of a mess, in my opinion. I don't like the aesthetics. That's personal, obviously. Some people are going to love it. Some people think Dart Zone can do absolutely no wrong, and they've already disliked everything I've ever done because I said some negative criticism about what I feel is completely subjective. But yeah, I have my issues with the looks. I'm sure it's going to be comfortable, but I have some issues with how it looks, in my opinion. I'm not a big fan of what they have going on here, but that's me. Other than that, downsides. $130, not a bad price. I feel like that's too much money. And I will verify why. People seem to think that flywheelers should cost more than springers. I typically disagree. I think motors are pretty cheap. I think buying off-the-shelf motors and slamming them in your toy is probably pretty cheap. There's some overhead costs to wiring things up and whatnot, but typically I feel like flywheelers have a lot less going on in them than a Springer. That's my subjective thoughts. I would think that a Dart Zone Pro Mark II, the small little spring-fed pistol, there's a lot of engineering and design that went into making that, and honestly, when I got my hands on it, that thing had a solid lockup, felt really good in the hand, loved the Mark II. Too bad 3D printed pistols came out and completely demolished what I had hopes for the Mark II, and there wasn't that a whole lot of modification potential with the Mark II. This is essentially a rapid strike for $130 that typically hits 150 FPS. Now, for a lot of you, great. For 140 bucks, or 130, I guess, you're probably pretty happy. Keep in mind, I'm me. This thing hits like 170. I have 2 FDLs. I have more flywheel blasters that are modified that I know what to do with. Honestly, you could buy the lightning bug from, was it 396 Impact? I'm sorry, I forget the name of it's really complex. The lightning bug. I haven't done a video on it because there wasn't a whole lot there to talk about, but that was like $68 or something shipped in 2 days for me, and it's powered by a LiPo. Now, if you don't have a LiPo, spend the other $60 you would have spent on the Mark III on a LiPo setup for your lightning bug, and you have 130 FPS semi-auto tiny flywheeler that will be a heck of a lot more competitive than Mark III will ever be. But some people don't like LiPos. I understand. Until we get like a better thing going on with batteries in the hobby, that's just how that's going to be. AA's they're cool. It's cool. And again, I gotta reiterate this. It's the same thing about, like, I'm excited for you guys, but I want you to keep in mind, if you're thinking you're gonna buy this thing and it's gonna be the next FDL, you are hopelessly wrong. And I'm going to make sure I do a video comparing that thing to an FDL or other things. I have other blasters that are powerful, that are flywheeler, that are going to dance circles around the Mark III that honestly would cost about the same. If you have a Strife, buying 2 Strife motors, buying, 2 flywheels and a flywheel cage if you don't have a printer, and slapping that in a blaster with, high crush setup, Krakens, Inferno wheels or something like that, you can hit 150, 170 FPS. Probably only cost you like $45 in materials, maybe. If you have a soldering iron already. If not, it's about 14 bucks at your local Walmart. Solder's another couple of bucks. A little bit of wire. Slap your own Strife together that does all that if you want full auto. Buying a full auto kit for your Strife. Man, what was it? One of the Chinese like Litake companies had like a full auto kit that was like 12 bucks. And it was pretty garbage. But if you like just took a little bit of time to like take the gearbox apart and kind of like tweak things and make sure it was all in the right place and there was no burrs, put it back together, that thing screamed. It was a great full auto kit after that. Not super reliable, I wouldn't want to let it go forever, but great little cheap kit. You know what I mean? And like that would have been half the price of your Mark III with a little bit of your own work. I'm looking forward to when we get solid state blasters for batteries. I agree, McDoyle. That will be interesting. I know solid state batteries are becoming more and more of a thing. I know they're kind of first doing it in the cars, which is great. I own a Chevy Volt myself, which is the best car that's ever been made ever. So I'd like to see how well it will perform on a 3S, Coney Dog. I think there's a lot of potential, but that alienates a lot of people because they don't have solder skills. I'm cautiously optimistic. If Dart Zone was a Super G, that battery cage in there, like you'd open up the battery door, and hopefully it's a thumb screw that would, or slide off or something, a pin. You'd open it up and the cage would actually have like a little lever or something that you could push and pull out the cage, and have an XT60 connector with that the original battery cage was connected to. So you could just unplug the original battery cage and slap in your LiPo, just flap it in there and it's good. You know how rad that would be? It's a little bit more work for Dart Zone, but my God, would that be cool, right? Kind of reminds me how it would perform in a Forest LiPo. It would probably blow up. There is some concern because obviously it might have a brain in it if it's doing semi-full auto. I don't remember exactly how. The only other blaster I know that does semi-full auto like that is the Colossal Blitz, and I don't remember how exactly that worked. Not everyone has the time to mod. Okay, great, but here's the problem. You're buying this blaster, William, thinking that you're gonna keep up with all the modified stripes and stuff out there, and you're not. It might be able to hit the ranges, but if you're like serious super competitive person, you're not getting it with this. You're not, because the AA's are not going to be able to compete with the LiPo, and I'd love to eat those words. I would love to eat them. I'm sure they're freaking delicious. Prove me wrong. But let's face it, most people are going to be on my side if they've ever played with a modified blaster. And even then, don't have time to mod, pay somebody to do it for you. Buy a fully modified blaster like the one from 498 Impact or whatever. Like I said, you could buy a Lightning Bug or one of his blasters for about the same price. It'll do a heck of a lot more. But that's 3D printed, so... Instead of releasing this joke dart zone, I don't think it's a joke. I'm not going to be super disingenuous on this blaster. I do think there's a time and a place for it, and honestly, you might even find it in my gearbox. But I want to reiterate the fact that, like, I really liked the Dart Zone Pro Mark 1. Or, actually, no, I didn't. I hated it. But I really liked the Nexus Pro. Nexus Pro was $50 for a blaster like that. Oh, that's amazing. Are you ever going to see me use one? No! Are you joking? I have so many blasters that are better. There's like 4 of them on the couch behind me. Why would I ever? You know what I mean? I'm happy for you guys, but I do want you to like temper your expectations, because I know a bunch of you out there are probably like, oh my god, this is the next FDL. It's going to burn the FDL to the ground. No. No, it's not. It's not going to compete with any hobby grade thing, except for you might be able to sit in the back where a flywheeler wouldn't be, and take pot shots at full velocity once your rotors finish revving up. But that's not typically what a flywheel blaster is supposed to be used for, because flywheel blasters are inaccurate for the most part. And that's another thing I'd really love to see with this blaster, because if it is accurate, they did something with their flywheel cage. If it has like any kind of like scar barrel or something on it, which I don't see that a lot with flywheelers, even though flywheelers kind of started that trend. As far as I know, the whole scar barrel everything, I believe, started because they started putting out concave or offset flywheels that added a spin to a dart, and all of that led to scar barrels. If I'm not mistaken, that kind of happened at about the same time. Except the Milsig. No, the Milsig's crap. Is YouTube blocking me because you told me to come because of the algorithm and now ... I have no idea what you're talking about, Zach. I'm sorry. Darts wobble too much for scar barrels. No, scar barrels do actually work, like 100,000%. I have a video coming on that. I plan on doing a video on like what is a scar barrel, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do that video like to make sense, but I'm the only one with a digital target that can record off the digital target, so I can empirically show you the evidence. Thank you, Jack Torres. Canted cage, yes. So they made cages. The Hyperfire was, I think, the only Nerf blaster that ever had it. But I believe people were playing with this before the Hyperfire, and then Nerf kind of like ripped it. I don't know how that happened. But basically, you had one wheel like that, one wheel like that. So when the dart went through the middle, it would give it a spin. I really hope the flywheel cage is CNC'd. I really hope so, too, for that frickin' price. Full auto Tomahawk 60. I think that could be done. And honestly, I think that would be a good thing. But there's a blaster called the Spartan 100 we haven't seen from Dart Zone yet. Yeah, that target thing is sweet. I love it. I have a lot of plans for it. I just need my dart catch done. If anyone has a second, please try to go to the comment of the last video so I can see if I'm the only one. Zach, if you're commenting in this live stream, you're not blocked. You might have posted a link, or you might have posted something like, screw you, fat butt farter, and that would have blocked you as well. Flywheelers make darts wobble too much. Maybe. There was for a long time, people were putting brass at the front of their flywheel cages, and that seemed to work pretty well. I don't know why that fell out of favor. I also do not like the Mark III. Too much for a price for a lipo strife can be made, and it's only 2 darts per second. Again, I'd love to be proven wrong, Midnight Terror. In fact, I saw that you did a video kind of like talking about the Mark II or Mark III on your channel. I saw it when I was looking up Mark III stuff and saw, what's this video? I clicked on it. Not bad. Definitely better than most people your age trying to do YouTube videos. But at the same time, yeah, that's pretty expensive for... You know, I say pretty expensive, but it's actually, I was expecting like 190. But I was also expecting a blaster to have like select fire. It was going to have like dart counting built into it. A whole bunch of cool stuff that could have been done. We need a mega conversion kit for the Mark III. I don't think so, Tim. I have never seen a dart blaster with 4 flywheels. You mean like this? I mean, that's just what I had laying around. Actually, no. You mean like this? This also has 4 flywheels. Look at my video on the Dominator. I'm so mad. Most of my week has been spent screwing with my 3D printer, as per usual. In fact, I can look it up right now. Probably not during when that's all live, but because I have to go to a Google Drive, and that could implicate things for me. What was I gonna do with that one? Boom. So, let's see, Creality firmware download. So, I got sent from Creality a CR10 Smart. Hypothetically, this printer should be great. I have a CR6 that I bought with my own money, and I absolutely love the CR6, and the CR10 Smart is just a bigger CR6. Now, I have an original CR10, but it's an old one. It's an original one with a ton of upgrades on it. Not auto bed leveling, though. Auto bed leveling, beautiful, love it. The CR10 Smart has all that. Problem, CR10 Smart would never level the bed. I swear it would like do the thing where it pokes the bed and read things, and then just completely they wouldn't do anything with that information. So I have gotten, in fact, my cage fighter was printed off the CR10 Smart, but I had to do a lot of struggling to even get it to that point, and it was a lot of finagling to get the prints to last. Now I'm trying to like, okay, well, I update the firmware and stuff on the printer and trying to make the printer not suck. So I updated the firmware, which is not a fun process. It takes a lot of time and patience that it shouldn't, because you have to wipe the memory card and format it into a very specific way. Then you need to put the firmware on it, name it 123.bin, and then take it over to the printer. You got to put it in the printer and hold the button on the side down. Otherwise, it feels like you broke your printer because you turn it on and it immediately shuts off. And then nothing works because you have to take the screen off the printer, take the screen apart on the printer, and there's a hidden SD card slot. You need to put a thing in there so to update the UI. Then you need to take that thing out after you update the UI, or else it'll keep updating the UI every single time you turn the printer on. And then you turn all that on, and it's like, oh my god, the printer has a whole bunch of new features, and it looks like things might start working now. Things did not start working now, because I go to print, and it will not extrude filament. I go into like the swapping filament and stuff like that, and it will extrude filament, but it will not extrude filament when printing. So the 3D printer is now currently incapable of 3D printing. Mega bummer. Then I sleep on it after spending all day messing around with it, and I decide, maybe my firmware update was bad. Maybe I need to download the firmware again. I go to the website where it says Creality latest firmware, and the thing that says TR10 Smart, the links are dead. You can't click on it. But I was just there the previous day, he thought. So he went on to the Creality Google Drive, and sure enough, there's a new update there. So the first one was labeled 9/01/2021. This one's labeled 9/06/2021. And I downloaded that, installed it. Nothing seemed to change, but I'm sure they fixed the glitch, right? They did not fix the glitch. I still can't print. And that's where my saga ends. As far as I know, there's no updates. Nope, no updates past that point. My printer don't print. It's pretty annoying. I wonder why printers in general have always been trash. They don't. They're really not. It's just this one. I think it was pushed out to market way too quickly. That's what I think happened with the CR10 Smart. And they want me to do a video on it, but I don't really want to do a video on it when it like very cleanly does not work. You know what I mean? I'm going to wait until I'm happy with it, then do a video. And I have been on the pulse of making sure this printer works, and that has not happened. I missed it. How much is the Mark III? Come on, Socks. You can do better than this. Can you read the title of the stream?
Danos? I did just get a promotion. I'll share.
Oh, thank you very much. They called me in. I really appreciate it. Yes, so I can actually show you what I have. We can flip this this camera around. Actually, I'll take it off this thing. Oh god, I'm pressing buttons. Over there, where all those boxes and stuff are, and the 3D printer and all this weird stuff, that's all gonna get moved. And then I'm going to build a workbench on that side of the wall, and that window right there is going to be used for a paint booth. And next to the paint booth is going to be a hydro dipping tank, so I can basically seamlessly paint, dip, and everything indoors in one spot. Problem is that requires money. So we're trying, but it's I'm hoping that we can make this happen a little bit faster than it currently is. Sorry, I wanted to know the price, but I don't know how to read. Well, it's $129.95. I love my Ender 5 Pro, but the print bed is tiny. Yep, Captain Terrain, that's one of the things about the CR10 that I love. You can print like an entire blaster on just the bed. I didn't know that the space was so big. Yeah, dude, it's freaking huge, Ghosted. And we're not even utilizing it right now. Let's try to move this off to the side. There we go. We got, over there, we've got the filming space, as you can painfully see. Very disorganized right now, but that's because I've been doing reorganizing. But that's my studio. I need to hang more stuff on the walls so I can get more sound dampening. There's the server. There is the couch and the beer keg and the TV. There's a window to the outside. We go over this way. We got a green screen wall that needs to be steamed, and I don't have a steamer. And then we got that corner right there, which is, well, there's a light booth there for me to take thumbnail pictures, which doesn't need to be there. And then, of course, there's a printer on a table, and I just had it close by so I can keep running back and forth through it. The actual printer corner is far back there, behind all this stuff over there. There's a lot of room. You know, this is it's like a 38 by 40 building. So, back there in the corner is where I have all the printer and storage stuff going on. Come on, there we go. So, lots of plans, limited funding. And so I'm trying to figure out a way to generate more income. Obviously making videos, but the problem with making videos is it doesn't fix problems now, it fixes problems 2 months from now. Channel's doing great, at least it was until I took a week off, apparently. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I filmed a video today, I have like 3 or 4 videos filmed, I just like editing them. Ugh, editing videos you don't like sucks. I have to manually level my Ender 3 bed every time I print. Yep, I know that feeling. Yo, Walcom, I just copped an EAT at Goodwill for $2. That's awesome. Yo, do you want the spare steamer we have? Potentially. Does it work on curtains? Because that would help. Hey, Ed! Nice to see you. Thanks for coming up. What do you think about doing a series called NERF on a budget? That's literally anything Dart Zone. But, yeah, so, how do I... I'm trying to shy away from doing like a quote-unquote series. Doing series on YouTube is usually kind of a bad thing. Now, if you could do a series without people realizing it's a series, your videos do better. But, for example, if you do like episode 62 of whatever, which we only do for the stream, but that's just because, hey, we've been doing it for a long time, let's keep it going. But if you see a video that's like, blah, blah, tag back number 1,332, you look and be like, well, I never saw the first 1,331, so I'm never going to watch that video. That is kind of a problem. So you shouldn't do that. Also, like just having a series in general doesn't really tell you a lot about the video, and that could be the space where you'd advertise the series and do the series. You could be spending that time actually conveying what you talk about in the video. So, like for instance, many people pointed out my Busby video was essentially a tag back. And it was. It basically was. But I didn't call it that. And I could have said tag back somewhere in the video, but not put it in the thumbnail and stuff like that. And that may be the way I go about it in the future. I have so many blasters to do videos on when it comes to tag back, you have no clue. But tag back, before I stopped doing it, was performing very badly. It was, bar none, my worst performing content. Because there's no search engine optimization for tag back. There's no search engine optimization for a blaster that came out in 1994. So YouTube wouldn't push that video as much. Bro, that's for Steam and hams, not hands. Steamed hams. The series title clutters the videos title on YouTube. You are correct. You may have said before, but why not do live streams on Twitch? I'm considering it. There are some implications for doing that. One, I'm hoping with things happening like Tim the Tatman and stuff coming to YouTube and streaming on YouTube, that YouTube gets its head out of its butt and fixes their YouTube live streaming setup. But the problem with live streaming on YouTube is that 90% of the people who watch my channel, I'd say 99% of the people watching my channel, do not watch it for the live streams. They click on it. Let me refresh my page here and see if I went down. No, I didn't. They click on it to subscribe to watch my normal content. And maybe they're a passive viewer of the channel. Whenever you live stream, cool, it puts your live stream at the top of your, like, it gives you a notification usually, if maybe you have to subscribe or opt in for notifications, but it gives you a notification, and it also pushes the live stream to the top of your subscription page if you happen to be looking at that. I personally always, like, my home page is my YouTube subscription page. That's me. I watch a lot of YouTube. But most people do not watch your channel for the live content because it's completely different. Now, I am the same Walcom on and off video. I'm the same exact person. I think most people could attest to that. However, edited me is a little bit different than non-edited me. And it's just going to come off at a different vibe no matter what I do. I tend to withhold less punches when I'm talking to a camera, and I also can't be freaking wired excited 24/7 for a 3 or 4 hour live stream. I would literally die. So I'm more of this kind of cynical, still fat Walcom person that does live streams. Most people, when they're kind of like, oh, I haven't watched this guy in forever, he's live streaming, I'm going to unsubscribe. Or they're like, I didn't want to get notifications for live stream, I'm going to unsubscribe. Or maybe from what I don't know, but every single time I live stream, and I'm not the only one, I lose a ton of subs. Every single time. So I could move it to Twitch. Problem. My audience isn't on Twitch. And no matter how many times I say in a video, no matter how many times I say it in a community post, no matter times I say it, you know, putting up an actual video saying, hey, I'm live on Twitch, nobody's going to watch it. That's just how it goes. Now, when it comes to like people like Dr. Disrespect and so forth, they have their own channel that's like Dr. Disrespect Live, and then another channel that's Dr. Disrespect Archive. I think that's how he does it, but that's usually what people do. They have a YouTube channel just for live streaming, and then a YouTube channel that's the archive edited stuff. That's certainly an option. What's going on out here, puppies? Anything important? No? Okay, you do you. You can kind of see how that like doesn't vibe with what I have going on. I want to do more live streams. I do. Live streams are a great way to motivate me to do stuff. It's a great way to motivate me to work on all of my gunplay kits that I haven't been doing. It's a great way to play video games that I've been meaning to play, didn't do. It's a great way to be, when I start modding and stuff like that again, when I have an actual workbench built, I would love to be able to stream basically all of that, because it's a lot more fun than just sitting here doing nothing. Now, streaming that to 6 people, that's a little less fun. And I wish I could just stream all the time on the main Walcom page. And I wish YouTube would, like, yeah, some people unsubscribe, but hey, this Walcom guy's actually using the features on the website, so let's bump up his search engine optimization and stuff when we show people his videos and stuff like that. I want to actually, like, blow your freaking mind. I think I can tell you this if I go into my dashboard here. Oh my goodness. All right. This is going to blow your little minds. If you don't know anything about YouTube, this is going to literally just make your brain explode. So, that's my total impressions for the last 28 days. That means that 13.1 million times my channel was presented to a potential viewer. Whether it's in the sidebar with suggested videos, whether it's on your homepage, whether it's the up next video, there could be a ton of different places where my video was pushed to people. But, as you can see right here, only 6.1% of the time was my video actually clicked on. Which led to, for these last 28 days, 1.1 million views. Can't thank you all enough, because that is a crap ton.
I've been thinking about getting a 3D printer. Which one would you recommend?
I will get to you in just a second, Noah, but thank you very much for the $1. And it will tell you, and here's a great instance of like why Walcom's pushing people subscribing. When we say only 70% of you are actually subscribed to the channel, here's the receipts. 354,000 people have visited my channel, unique people. I have 150,000 subscribers. If every single one of those people subscribed, if half those people subscribed, what happens is YouTube goes, oh man, this channel's popping. Let's make those, that first number, that impressions, let's do more of those. And if my thumbnails were better, or if I was a cuter person, my click-through rate would go up, and that would equal more views. It's actually a really simple system. The problem is YouTube has gotten to this point where everything is so algorithmic that it does like the weirdest things. So for instance, you will notice like if Coop takes a break uploading for 2 weeks and comes back with a video, that video is guaranteed to do equal or worse than his last video, no matter what the video is, pretty much, unless it gets some major external help. YouTube basically never gives you more than what's already in your cup, but slowly lets you grow your cup over time as long as you're a good, diligent little YouTuber and constantly upload at a regular basis. So every single time I say something like, oh, I hadn't subscribed for, I haven't put out a video for a week, that actively hurts my channel. But at the same time, if I just upload content for the sake of content, you guys probably don't like it. And it's this weird, diabolical mix of madness and sadness that is being a YouTuber. Now, I think it was Noah, Enstro, I said Noah, donated $1. I've been thinking about getting a 3D printer. Which one do you recommend? I recommend you get an Ender 3 Pro V2. I think they're like $330. They might be, they're $260, I think. Ender 3 Pro V2. Or Ender 3 V2. I'm sorry, it's not even a Pro. Yeah, about $260, but you can find cheaper, and especially during like Black Friday coming up. That is a super solid printer. For the $100 extra to get like a CR6 to have auto bed leveling and everything, that would be a good move. But CR10 or CR3, Ender 3 V2 is like one of the best bang for your buck printers that you can get. For real. It's just awesome. Highly recommend getting those. I have an Ender 3 Pro, love it. I have a CR6, love it. I have a CR10 with a bunch of upgrades, which is my workhorse for doing like TPU and stuff like that, which I haven't ever printed with, but I can with this printer. It's got like $400 in upgrades in it now. Great. My Ender 3 I bought on Black Friday. Actually, it was bought for me. Black Friday for $180. And most of the blasters on my channel were printed with that. So, Rob Brown, you got to let me know when I can join you and Xavier at a war. I honestly follow his channel for that. I haven't been going to local wars. I have personality conflicts with people, and has ruined my local war experience. So I just don't go, which sucks because I love flinging foam. But we're finding other ways to fling foam. I was at a war at my friend Jason's place, whom we did not realize had an obnoxiously nice backyard and house. Holy crap, Jason. Was an absolutely wonderful time. And that was like my first dose of foam flinging since like Jared's Epic Blaster Battle, which wasn't much of a war. I don't know if I will return to local wars. Some things will have to change and things won't change and things haven't changed. So I don't think I've been to a war in like 3 years, and it's literally entirely based on personality conflicts. I have problems with people, they have problems with me, and to avoid all that, I just don't go. And it's been a really simple solution. I don't want to have to fight it, I don't want to have to cause problems, so that's been why you haven't seen me at wars. Osmocar, I found you when I was looking at new blasters to buy, and then I stayed for the quality content. Oh, the thick boy. Hey, Osmocar, I appreciate the thick boy. Commander Wolf says, I agree on the Ender 3. And yeah, it's a just an amazing printer. Is it the best newbie printer ever? No, you do have to manually level it, and manual leveling can be kind of tricky, but I guarantee you, you do it enough times, you'll literally be able to look at your print and just eyeball your print bed if you don't have a glass bed, and you can see the gap, and you can literally adjust it like that. I've gotten pretty good at it. Just make sure you get a silent board for the Ender 3 if you buy one. Yeah, I just have a stock one. I've never updated any of my printers. Cauldron Forge with a $10 super chat. Thank you very much. I'll let the robot say it here in a second. Rawl Rise, have you played as a sniper in an NERF war event? That's typically my role. I like taking pot shots at people from long range. That's typically how I like to play. Get a little parched.
I feel your pain. I have a $3,700 printer that keeps clogging every 4 hours. It's a lot of maintenance and still no reliability.
How the heck do you have a $3,700 printer? Does it print in solid gold or something? Legitimate question. I'm curious. Sound off in the comments. Oh, God, that's good. Oh, it's so good. I'm going to be so upset when that's gone. Oh! Oh, God, you guys want to hear the best Busby? The best Busby thing that's happened to me recently? Oh, this is incredible. What are we at right now? We're at 156 likes. If we can get to 170 likes, I will tell you the greatest bit of Busby gossip that has happened to me. It's wonderful. I'm going to enjoy this for a moment. There we go. Blew past it. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. I don't know if that actually does anything for your stream, but I'll take it. Thank you. Busby, as I told you in my video on the Reaper, sent me an email. To which I replied, I'll literally go to my email. It was very cordial. I was very nice. They sent me an email back after I had uploaded the, I had already uploaded the Thundershot video. They sent me an email asking me if they could send me product and then asking me to choose 2 of their products for me to review. Nuh-uh. No. I'm not just picking 2. Also, you didn't come to me about this until I had already bought your products, because I already done the video on the Thundershot and had already bought the Tetra Shot. So I told them I already had the 2 of the 3 blasters that I was looking at buying, and I'll buy the 3rd one very soon, so they don't have to worry about it. Basically, hands off. Again, I bought all of my blasters. They reached out to me after I did the Reaper video. This was 8 days ago now. They said, "We have seen your Busby toy reviews that you've made new blasters. Kindly ask you to send me your shipping address and phone number because Busby Toys would like to send you new items." Fair enough. I responded with, "Hello, person. I am not against it, but I would like to understand why Busby Toys would like to send me new items and what their expectations are. If you can, please fill me in on the details. Thank you, WALCOMS7. To which I received no reply. Till today. You see, today, I have gotten an email and a phone call, a text message about the fact that I've wasted $40 on this now, but I have kept the old P.O. box open in Chehalis. I don't live in Chehalis anymore. Busby didn't confirm with me what my shipping address was, didn't look at the About section, did not look at my recent videos, and sent a box of Busby blasters to my old P.O. box. Jiminy Christmas, Rob Brown, WTF. Why? That's my only question for you, Rob. Why? I mean, first of all, chat, go nuts. Second of all, Rob, why? I'm just a fat kid sitting here talking about a Busby company. It does definitely help, Rob. It helps less when you do a super chat. The reasoning? YouTube takes 30% of those. So you just gave YouTube $30. If you do the Walcom, the thing that's in the top corner, if you do that, it's significantly less. They don't get a cut. It basically PayPal takes its cut. But thank you so much, Rob. I really appreciate it. That does go on my YouTube earnings, so 2 months from now, that'll hit. Thank you so much. You guys are... I better see you guys think, there you go. American Foam's got the right idea. Go, Rob. See, it would be cool. Because if that went to my PayPal account, I could pay American Foam for the blasters that he picked up for me. I'm sorry, American Foam. I really thought I could use PayPal credit for that. Well, that's what the P.O. Box paid for. You're not wrong, Ed. However, I can't do anything, and I would have to drive 2 hours back to Chehalis to pick that up. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I may ask my older brother if he just wants to pick up that package and give it to his kids. They would have fun with it. That may be what we do. Or I could just make a day trip out of it. This hobby has been great for me, and I have this man to thank you for interesting. No problem. Hey, Rob, if you're in the Discord, you know, that's a great place to go for the hobby. It's a little kiddish in there sometimes, but yeah, no. I mean, it's a super... I haven't been to a war in so long, and I still love this hobby. What does that tell you? I get paid on the 15th, American Foam, so I'll get it to you then. You got an older brother. I do, in fact, have an older brother. Guys, I just lost $100 in my bank account. Should I worry? Probably. I mean, I've done worse, but yeah. Oh, the bot's not running because the computer died. I just fixed it, mods. If you can get switching in our Discord taken care of. Walcott, which Dart Blaster brand do you think is the best? Buzzbee, Dart Zone, Nerf, X-Shot, etc. Right now it's Dart Zone. I await the day that Dart Zone ticks me off. It'll be great. Right now they do pretty much everything good, and even the blasters they put out that are like aren't for me, I can just write that off as kid stuff because it doesn't matter because I know they're going to make blasters for me. That's kind of why they get a pass more than like Nerf. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of good stuff. But I wait the day that they tick me off. Hey, Mighty Walrus, what's your opinion on VR? Asking as I'm going to be getting the Index by month's end, most likely, and I'm curious. I would not recommend getting an Index. It's old tech. And honestly, buy one of these for $300 and it's pretty much just as good. It's not as good, but $300 versus like what, $1,000 for an Index? Especially if you don't know if you like VR. These can wirelessly, if you have a fast enough Ethernet or fast enough Wi-Fi network, can wirelessly connect to your computer and play all the same games the Index would. You won't have the nice grip controllers, although I think they make grip controllers for this, do they not? I've never picked them up, but I'm pretty sure they do. But like the cool thing about this is you can also use it anywhere. Yeah, I can wear it on a plane and watch movies. You can do lots of cool stuff with it. It's not tied to your computer. And it's still a very good experience. I have not used an Index, but I have a friend that has both. I don't think he's in the comment section right now, but he will tell you it's a very compelling, like the Index or the Quest is very compelling compared to the Index. But if you want the best of the best, you can get the Index. Just keep in mind that the Index is pretty old at this point and will most likely have upgrades. And by the time the upgrades come out, there'll probably be an upgrade for the Quest 2 that makes it almost as good. Side note, it is owned by Facebook. If you don't have a Facebook account, you need one. And if you are some kind of belligerent moron on Facebook, you will get banned. And you will lose privilege to your $300 device that you paid for. Don't be an idiot. Rawr. Not just good Wi-Fi. Oculus has a weird Wi-Fi adapter. You need to semi-close or line inside Reddit. What? No. What? Mine works fine. Mine works absolutely fine. Important. Quest 2. What? Oculus Quest 2? Did I say something different? I might be an idiot. How do I donate money? You go to WALCOMS7.com. The Index is an upgrade to my old VR as my own currently dead system rejected. Old Vive, Gen 1 Vive. So yeah, don't bother with... I don't want it's like my item sovereignty. I would try to look for a used one. Or something. I don't know. It just seems like a bad idea unless you have a lot of money. I did, Marina. You should have been paying attention when I said that. You have a Wi-Fi 6 router, you should get good wireless on Quest 2. I have a Wi-Fi 5. and it works perfectly fine for me.
Trade can be completed as before.
What do you think is the best 3D printer? I have no... Like, I buy cheap printers, man. Ostensibly, you could be looking at, like, the Prusa stuff, because apparently that's, like, the best. But that's a lot of money. Behind Dart Zone, what do you think is the second best blaster brand? I'd be NERF. I think NERF still has some potential, especially with doing like the doing stuff like Rival that people still love. Hyper could technically still have a future. Ultra is finally starting to get interesting. That reminds me, I have an Ultra Focus that I need to do a video on. And the plastic quality on Hasbro is usually really good. That sucks. Wife was gonna pick up Chinese food, but that's not happening anymore. Because Nerf, like, you guys tend to forget that Rival and stuff is still a thing. Prusa Slicer software, I have not used it. I've been using Kira the entire time. Bro, what do you think is going on to happen with Nerf that keep going down the some of their blasters? I think it will take literally years for them to wipe out their, what their company does. It's still like the 4th largest toy brand in the world is Nerf. Like, it doesn't matter. Kids want Nerf. I thought the Ultra Focus was a joke until I saw it up close. I do have one. I need to do a video on it. I completely forgot about it. Walcom Busby or X-Shot? Well, right now X-Shot, but like neither of them are almost really that compelling. X-Shot's usually pretty okay. The problem is they put out like one new blaster a year. That's it. It's usually just reshells upon reshells. Hey Walcom, what do you think is the best air bladder powered blaster? I might get that one wrong, but man. Destiny? Can I say the Destiny? The Busby Destiny? Because I mean that thing screams. I have 2 of them and I have 3 clips. And I wish I had one handy so I could show you, but you could watch my old video. The Destiny just screams. What is your favorite flywheel blaster? Ask me that in about a week. I'm serious. I have something coming. I want to actually check. Oh god, I gotta go to Instagram for that. Has it left? What is it? Sweden? Let's see here. For all I know, it's already in the US. Come on, load a little bit faster. Oh, my Wi-Fi is off on my phone. That might have something to do with it. Why are we spamming this in my chat? Get banned. I don't know why he's sending his people over to my chat to spam for him, but that's really bad. What is a better mod wife? Nerf Strife or Nerf SMG? The Strife is going to have a lot more stuff you can do with it. There's a 40 clip you can make. What exactly are you talking about, Scarlet? Connect the Destiny to a paintball tank. I would love to. In fact, it's on my kind of to-do list now that I have a paintball tank. I know Ryan from Ink Test Battle did that back in the day, and the Destiny is super awesome for that. I think if someone else takes the lead of the Nerf brand, it could be better or worse. I don't think the Nerf is like, I'm sure they have a design lead or like a brand manager, but I don't think there's like a whole lot else going. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's kind of like, because all of the blasters seem to have way different design languages. Hey, Taffy, nice to see you. Thanks for coming by. Love your blaster. Found out that I didn't need to put a scar barrel on it because at maximum distance, the darts tend to start fishtailing. So I put a scar barrel on it. Works fine. What's the highest FPS blaster you know of, like a stock modded 3? It would be something pneumatic, single Titan tank, something like that, pretty much. Do you think Boomco would still be competitive today? No. The problem with Boomco now is that Boomco was really good when short darts weren't on shelves. Short darts are, except for durability, better than foam darts in every single way. Or short darts are better than Boomco darts in every single way, except for durability. They're more accurate, they're way easier to use, like velocity-wise. The smart stick heads on Boomco darts became really not efficient, and may have been a design faux pas. But other than that, Boomco, I honestly, it's not really fair, because Boomco had a lot going for it just before it died. I think they leaning into licensed stuff was also not a great idea, but I mean, Boomco had some slammers. I think they could have been good. I think it needed magazines. That was kind of the thing I kind of wish they would have done. And they would have to change the dart head for that. But now Boomco's just dead, and I honestly don't miss them. There's no point. We have short darts now. Do you think about your new Milsig every time? You never did a dedicated review. That's because the blaster was not good. So what you saw in that initial like video, why is this focused on my microphone? What you saw in that initial video was like literally my thoughts. Like I had just gassed the thing up pretty much. What I couldn't tell from that video was how bad the accuracy was. The accuracy on the Milsig was awful. Worse than a stock flywheeler. So I did pretty much everything you could to try to get that accuracy better. Milsig sent me out a bunch of different, they sent me out two different kinds of barrels and like 3 different kinds of scar options. I got a scar from Liam Davis, whom claimed that their blaster was shooting like super dead on accurate. And when they recorded it for me, it turns out it wasn't super dead on accurate. And I have the digital target, which I used for the Milsig, and it was awful. The recoil, not recoil, the pattern was bad. It would shoot sometimes to the left, sometimes to the right, sometimes to the bottom right, sometimes to the upper left. It was just random, which just is bad accuracy. Awful. And that, after spending so much time with a bunch, I got sent a Scar barrel and barrel setup from Frontline Foam because they were selling them. I got burnt out. I couldn't deal with the Milsig. It was like the biggest letdown of like any blaster I've pretty much dealt with in a very long time. I have 3 of them here, and they're all essentially useless because you can't hit reliably anything with them. The problem with the Milsig is that it kind of wants to be a DMR because Nerf mags are not large enough to sustain like massive rates of fire. The Milsig does empty a mag quick, but even if you watch like Milsig's own videos, especially their like test gaming stuff, you will see they basically use 1 mag, 1 tag. That's not how I play. And it requires a lot of like, they're really sensitive firing mechanisms. As you will notice, like a lot of people have damaged theirs, broke theirs. Mostly that's because they didn't understand how the blaster worked. The actual charging handle does reset the entire firing system if it gets stuck. So if the blaster gets stuck because the barrel was too tight or something stupid like that, you have to pull the charging handle back to reset it. But even when it's properly oiled, even when you do pretty much everything perfectly with the Milsig, you run into problems where the Milsig will still tend to jam. Usually it's because like the bolt gets stuck trying to retract out of the barrel. And it's not good. And keep in mind, I was sent my Milsigs. I have 3 of them. They're all practically useless. And I spent something like $500 on equipment to get the Milsigs up and running. Really, really frustrating. And I didn't do the video. And I have planned to do the video. In fact, it is fully shot 3 times over. I've shot the video 3 times over the past 4 months. But I don't know what to do. I will probably still edit the one that I shot last time and just put a little thing like, hey guys, I'm really sorry, this is not the best video I could do, but this is a really frustrating prospect. And I'll try to cover up the bad talky bits with the B-roll that I have, because I have a ton of B-roll. Thank you with the mind blowers. I really appreciate it. I'd never imagined getting 150k. Getting there to that 200k. Redheads, hey, I've never modded in my life, and I'm brand new to learning about modding blasters. I'm saving up for a Percy's, and I'm wondering if it's worth a $200 to mod it. The Percy's is one of the blasters you probably don't have to mod. To be perfectly honest, it's really good out of the box. Comes with a pretty beefy battery out of the box. You do get better performance if you wire it up for a LiPo, but at the same time, you're ditching the entire reason that makes the Percy's cool, which is, of course, the rechargeable battery. If you're looking at doing a Percy's, then... And modding a Percy's, I would almost recommend just getting a monolith for $35 and modifying that with a LiPo, because it's kind of the same thing. That's my opinion, obviously. Are you getting the Challenger Mark III? The Dart Zone Pro Mark III? Yeah, probably. I was saying there's a 40-round Destiny clip you can make. Oh, like a 3D printed one or something? I can see that. Not a whole lot, Wooler. We're just kind of talking. We talked about the Dart Zone Pro Mark III, and now we're just kind of hanging out. Sensitive operating mechanism. Reminds me of a certain Clockwork German gun. I wish it was as sensitive as some things that Germans would make, but no, it's definitely not. It is not a G11. It is not a, what is that, a WD whatever? The 2000... No, Challenger Mark III is an AEG. Oh! I want one. I wish they would send me one for a video. But I can't afford one. What's the best Springer available at Walmart? Conquest Pro. I like the Conquest Pro a lot more than a lot of other blasters. Conquest Pro is just beautiful. It is a absolutely amazing piece of engineering. And it's, like, with some really cheap upgrades is even better. Be honest with me. Which Nerf blasters from Nerf are you looking forward to? Thank you very much for the $5 super chat, Mr. Sensational. Right now, not a whole lot. maybe the Flip 32 still, just because it's amazing. Really bad. I'll do that next time. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Rob. Thanks for getting me into Dart Zone a few months back. You're quite welcome, Yummy Cheese Man. Are we ever going to get a Saber M20 video? Yes. My only issue with the Saber right now is fixable.
Which blasters from Nerf are you looking forward to?
I have plans to do one. Especially now that my targeted stuff is done. I wasn't in a hurry before, and I still kind of am. I was literally going to upload my video, and then Drac did a video. I'm like, well, they never told me Drac was doing one, so I guess I'll wait a little while, because nobody's going to watch Drac reviews and then watch my reviews back to back. That's not going to happen. And I have a lot to say. It's genuinely a really good blaster. Is it worth the price? Hell no. Heck no. It's never going to be worth that price, but it is a very good blaster. It has some design flaws that they fixed since it came out, which is rather interesting. I didn't do a video, and they fixed a lot of things I would have complained about before I even complained about them. But yeah. With the work I put in my Phoenix blaster recently, would you like me to make you another blaster? It would be Talon compatible and not use rubber bands on the slide. If not, then that's fine. How's your print quality, Vulcan? Legit question. And are you planning to sell these? You need to send me an email. Vulcan, we need to talk about this, because I am fully on board with what you have going on. I definitely think you have potential. I want to know where we're at and what I can do, because I will do it. I will have it in a video if I need to. I actually plan on having it in a video in the very near future. So if you have upgrades for it, it's probably not worth sending me one unless you really just want to send me one. Hello, Diamond Gamer. I kind of want more Roblox blasters. What do you have in mind, DX Mage? Very curious. Live stream. Love it. Hope everyone is doing okay during this pandemic. Oh, yeah. God. Hopefully things are going okay for people. I have been virtually unaffected, of course, but that's because I'm a recluse and, you know, I don't deal with a bunch of stuff. I prefer your reviews over Drax. And I appreciate that, Cole, but it's like, just in general, like if I upload a video like me and Drax share a large audience, and so it's just like I wish we could work together on things, but it's like if we upload the same day, nobody's gonna watch both videos. I don't think. If we upload kind of staggered, you know, it's kind of hit and miss. If I see Drac uploaded a video, I just kind of wait a week or two and then upload my take on it. If I upload it like the next day, like how many videos are you gonna watch on one blaster? You know what I mean? It's just not smart for anybody. And it's not like I blame anybody for that. I don't even think most of the time getting a blaster video out first is good. It's good for the YouTube algorithm sometimes, but at the same point, like if you rush your video, it can look bad. So I'd rather not be in a hurry to do content most of the time. Should I take down the rival takedown? I have no idea what you're asking about, Jack. Which is better, rival rounds or short darts? Short darts, for everything other than capacity. In before NERF releases a Roblox version of the Elite 2.0 blasters. Homely, stay away. Just a suggestion, but it'd be fun if you brought tag back at least one day. Like I've said in the past, Cole, I plan on bringing it back at some capacity, and I feel like my video on the Reaper was pseudo tag back. I actually do watch them all because I have a slightly different take. I get you, but do you actually have like, the hour to sit down and watch like 2 or 3 videos on the same blaster, and do you not skip through them and watch them all the way? You know what I mean? One of the things that happens with YouTube is when you only watch like a portion of the video, that hits us on the video content creation side. YouTube does 2 things with their video stuff. They give you a total amount of time watched, and then they give you the average watch duration, and it's whatever is better of both of those. If you have a video that's 13 minutes long and people on average watched 8 minutes of it, holy crap, that video is going to do amazingly well. If you have a video that's 13 minutes long and people watch 2 minutes of it, chances are that video is not going to do well. So genuinely, when you're watching like a content creator that you appreciate, even if you don't plan on watching the video all the way through, like you got to get bored, instead of clicking off, mute the video and then just wait. Yeah, I watch them all while I do my workout. That's how I'm watching this. See, I wish I had an elliptical. I would be a much thinner person, I'm sure. Make a vid on Le Buzzbee Berserker. I'm pretty sure I have. Are you talking about the original Buzzbee Berserker? The weird thing? I'm pretty sure I've done a video on both, actually. I see difference in Walcom back then when you wear glasses, but now you don't. You have a beard. I still wear glasses. The reason why I'm not wearing glasses like right this second, so I can show you why I'm not wearing glasses right this second. It's the reflection. That's why I don't wear glasses most of the time now. I'm also nearsighted, so I can't see things far away. So doing work at a computer and stuff, I don't require me to have glasses on. But yeah, it's like when I'm reviewing a blaster or something and I have like 5 lights pointed at me and I'm looking between all the different, you can see how that would get annoying. So I don't. I'm curious, are you friends with Coop772? I'd like to imagine we are, but no, I've never spoke to Coop772 personally. I don't even know if they know I exist. What about doing a best of the best tag back funny moments? I'm not really one to regurgitate content that well. Like I said, tag back's not dead. That Reaper video was pretty much a tag back in everything but name. And maybe I'll just throw the name in the video and not in the video title or description or anything like that. Get some TRX bands. Totally changed my life. Lost 130 pounds after I started working out 3 years. What is a TRX band? So I don't know what that is. Is it like a workout thing? Suspension band? Suspension weight training? Okay, I'll figure out what that's about. If I can't work out like in the comfort of my own home, it's yeah. Vulcan, I was thinking about putting the files on Thingiverse when I was comfortable with them, and the print quality may be better. Overall goal was to license on somebody like Out of Darts or Frontline Foam to make them. Okay. If you're looking for my opinion, like I think your blaster down here is actually pretty good. I do think it has some issues, but honestly, obviously by the fact that I've had like 4 or 5 other like single shot grip fed mag short dart pistols come out in the last like 6 months, people are hungry. If you go back to like watch my video on like the get-go, look how many comments are people asking about like in grip semi-auto. So many. Nerf Ultra 2 Barricade 2.0. It is amazing we didn't get a Barricade reshell. The Jolt is good for what it is. Don't diss it. I like the Jolt. What is your favorite Nerf gun? The Jolt. The Pulsator came to mind. I don't know if I had to spell it wrong. I still want to do specials like that. I haven't decided what we're going to do for Halloween, but I want to do something. Is there a Nerf AK? You can get an AK style stuff for your Strife. Oh, the wife is messaging me. I also made a Nerf AK, but it's the one from Rust. You could do the Saitama routine. Yeah. So my issue is like, so before I'd actually go for walks around, you know, where I lived, it was a very nice neighborhood. And what happened is that I moved and now I live next to a highway. I could walk around my property, but that's not very mentally stimulating. I could drive to a place where I could go for a walk, but that requires me to get in the car, drive to a place, walk around, drive back, which is not very good because I'm going to have to commit to that, and I don't want to commit that much time. I'd rather be like, I feel like working out right now, and then hop on a treadmill or elliptical or something. Or that Halicki knockoff Strife. That is true, American Foam. I'm hungry. I can't figure out what to eat. This can of chillin' giving me eyes, though. Ooh. Chili dogs? What is your favorite 3D printed Nerf blaster? That's a tough one. There's so many I like right now. I'll answer that question next week. That's right, I was looking for that, that kit. I gotta go back to... Oh, right, it was in... this. Search. Unexpected error. Refresh. Okay. It's coming from Switzerland, apparently. Refresh. Open in Safari. Come on. Can you work with me here? Have you ever had a chance to put your Skiro through tests yet? I did actually war with it to a degree. Come on. Why you gotta be like this? I just want to search for this package. It's in the United States of America already? No. No, it's been sorted as of today. Okay. Well, hopefully it's here next week. I don't want to spoil the surprise, but I got a cool thing coming. Is the links worth it? Yes. Yeah, I took my skewer to that war. It's right over here. Whee! So I took off the front post and put on this this worker scar barrel. And besides the fact that things are kind of wobbly in the back, for me priming it a lot, it's pretty darn good. I don't want to dry fire this right now. Ooh, can you side load it? You can side load it. Yeah. Definitely cool. I have a video planned for this. I will hopefully get that out this week. I got a lot to say, but I also know that people are gonna be like, it's no pump action, it's dumb. And it's like, but this is also like, everybody loves the skewer right now. Hey, Carson. Hello, Renegade Jr. What 3D printer do you recommend? I'm just getting started. An Ender 3 V2. Favorite Nerf scope? The red dot one that is from the rival line. That's a really good one. Hey, Walcom, what's your favorite song? I don't know how to answer that question. Do people have a favorite song? Can they really just label it down to one song? It's like, what's your favorite game? It's like, I've literally played thousands. Are you going to do a tag back on the strong arm? Probably. I mean, maybe. I don't know. That's one of those things where it's like, I think I've talked... have I done a review on the strong arm in any capacity? It's an interesting question. I like interesting questions. Search strong arm. I haven't done a dedicated video to the strong arm. Interesting. If you could pick a tactical mag pouch, for what blaster would it be for? Short darts, most likely. Because short darts are short darts. And you need to carry a lot of those. I want a pro blaster. I have all off-the-shelf dart zones, but I want something with the play at the club I'm joining. Okay, I have all the off-the-shelf dart zones, but you don't have a pro from Walmart? Robot? Hey, Ghosted. When it comes to Nerf, I really like shotguns. I like hitting targets with more than one dart. What is the best shotgun Nerf shotgun out there? Arguably, it's the... What do you call that thing? The rail cleaner from Domoshevsky. That thing is super legit cool. Problem, horrendously expensive. Because it's shipping from Germany and it's a massive 3D print. Man, is it good. You can one-hand it, technically. It's powerful. I don't know what you mean now, Jeremiah. Like, what do you... They're the same dart. I've said it 1,000 times what I think about those darts. Should there be a mod that turns a Fortnite grenade launcher to look like demo modes? That's already a thing. If you're saying that, you're already seeing somebody else's video where they basically made exactly that. I know because it's got like 200,000 views, which good for them. And it's a very good mod. I'm just not a huge fan of TF2, so I didn't bother. What do you think about the Max Striker? It's a Nexus Pro out of 10. Yeah, I'm getting into the hobby. What gun do you recommend? Go to Walmart, pick up a Villainator, and pick up a Dart Zone Pro, or an Adventure Force Pro, either a Nexus Pro or the, actually any of the pros. Any of them are going to blow you away. But the Villainator is like a super legit, like, beginner-friendly blaster. It doesn't have the longest range, but it has more range than any Nerf blaster you'd get. Buttery smooth slam fire, 40 dart capacity in that drum. For 20 bucks, you can't go wrong. I know, right, Ed? Blows my mind. Another idea, a Deljo-themed rifle. Okay. I mean, that's the thing you can do. I thought about making the, one of the bow guns that I was using in Rise as a blaster, but never got around to it. Do you like Ultra because the new darts? I think the new darts from Ultra are good. I really do. So far from what I've seen, they're excellent. At least compared to the original. There's still nothing compared to, like, changing them to work for half darts would be better. They're so good in springers. I thought I'd try that. Maybe I didn't try that. Probably because I couldn't find a springer to put them in. I did try them in the Mark II, or the Ultra 2. God. And I didn't get a noticeable accuracy boost. I think the Mark II is just ever going to be bad with that flywheel cage. Because it's just bleh. But... yeah, and the Ultra 5, I could see that being pretty good. Ultra 3 also being pretty good. Both those blasters were awesome. In my Nerf Wars, I will have different fighting classes. Good luck with that one. That's fun if you have like 4 or 5 people playing, but once you have more than that, it's too many rules for people to pay attention to. Original Ultra is a low bar, though. You got a point, Count Hellstrom. Are there any good Nerf grenades? I mean, they're more viable now with, like, the advent of the 50 cal foam balls and Hyper, which I wanted to do a video on that, but the fact of the matter is nobody wants to get hit by a heavy piece of hard plastic that violently springs apart. There are Nerf grenades, and they do technically do a grenade-like thing. But also good luck having anybody call their hits on that one. They're just too dangerous. Not unless everybody's wearing a helmet. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to get hit in the head by something like that. That's kind of one of the fun things about Nerf is, like, really all you need are iPro. That's it. You don't need to have, like, vests. You don't need to have a helmet, stuff like that. I want an Ultra 2, but I don't know if I should spend the money for it. If you can find it for 25 bucks or you could find it for, you know, less than that, it's totally worth it. If I saw a Ultra 2 on, like, a Goodwill shelf for $5-10 bucks, I'd buy it. Can Dart Zone hoppers use short darts? The pusher won't be able to push them all the way into the chamber. The exception to that would be the Sportsman, but as far as I can tell, the Sportsman is unobtainium. Nerf Mega Mastodon, what do you think about it? I did a video on it. It's an okay blaster. It's like, what's the point of me doing videos on stuff? You're just going to ask me what my opinion is on all these blasters I've already done videos on. You know what? You can go to YouTube channel, hit a little, like, magnifying glass that's in the top right corner, and search for a keyword. So if I've done a video on something, then you can find it. That is a thing that you can do, believe it or not. Walcom, what do you do when you waste $60 on an Ultra Select because modding didn't go so well? Live and learn. I've destroyed so many blasters. Bring the Ultra Zero back. It's in a box somewhere. I have shells for 4 Mastodons. I have a grand total of 4 drum pieces. Well, there you go. I mean, the Mastodon is a pretty good blaster. I wouldn't use it for, like, shooting Mega Darts. I wouldn't use it over the Megalodon. Would you recommend the D&D blasters to people? No. Oh, God. I need to finish that video. They're awful. They're all awful. I don't even think they look cool, in my opinion. Favorite 3D printed flywheeler? The thing that I have coming in next week, hopefully. How about a drone that had some kind of hopper thing when it spins and slings rifle ammo everywhere? I wouldn't want to bring a drone to a Nerf war unless I was, like, filming, because, like, trying to fly a drone around to tag people or drop ammo on people is just a recipe for a drone hitting someone. Mega Talon converted to Ultra. That's true. Hey, King Weeaboo. I'm surprised Nerf hasn't made a drone yet. Technically, they licensed a drone. 168 people watching. Holy crap. I'm literally doing nothing. Or a drone getting shot down. Anybody who did something like that deserves a beating. As someone who has a drone and somebody who has crashed an expensive drone, just slap them. Like, the insurance for my drone only covers, like, one, like, repair in 3 years. And I flew it into a roof, like, day 2 of having it. I'm literally doing nothing. Well, neither are we, buddy. You got a point there, Axel. You got a point. Now, we're just having a good old time. What sniper rifle would you recommend? I have this video mostly shot. It kind of depends on the velocity you're looking for. The Pharaoh with Worker's short dart kit in it is so good. It's like the lightest prime you'll get for 150, 170 FPS blaster. I wouldn't want to put it too far past that because you're probably going to break it. If you want, like, bolt action stuff, the Spitfire Products, I believe, is the person developing a bolt action 3D printed thing that apparently hits like 320 FPS. How many videos are in the works? A lot. The problem is, like, actually building them. I have a lot of things shot, but it's just editing them is soul crushing, because especially if I don't like the video. And I'm really bad about not putting out videos that I don't like. I've also had videos like the one where I fire the Dominator, where I unbox the Dominator mags and load them all up with ammo and fire them. I wasn't going to upload that because I hated it. I uploaded it. It's got like 500,000 views. It's really weird. We're just hanging out, man. Well, hanging out with 160 people is pretty awesome. I do have to point out that in the next 4 minutes, or no, in the next 24 minutes, That's the other thing that I hate about OBS. In the next 24 minutes, the stream will go down for a couple of seconds. Usually like 30, 40 seconds. You might have to refresh the page. And I'm going to lose most of my viewers at that point. And there's nothing, it's always at 2 hours and 4 minutes. And I can't do anything about it. Sir, I ate a Lego and the child is choking. Please help. Go call an ambulance. Don't hang out in the chat. What is the best place I could buy a Nerf rough cut? At this point, probably eBay. Or a Goodwill. Views follows the inverse law of effect. No edit in live stream. I don't think I should edit during a live stream. I don't know. I thought about it, but I don't know. Ah, weird. All over the place. I was thinking someone on the side of the field and two teams had to find the flags. Whoever got the flags waved to the drone flyer would fire ammo at the other team. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about it. People have made drones that shoot darts. I believe, famously, there is a video from Corridor Digital that did that. What is the best thing you'd love to see for a 3D printed blaster? S4 League. Are there any good mods for the rough cut? Not really. The rough cut has some pretty bad internals. Upload for the viewers and followers, not what we look like, sound like, but because we are our biggest naysayers. You're right, but also I have to worry about the people who aren't viewers and subscribers seeing the videos. That's kind of the biggest problem. Yeah, the battle camo one. I don't know if that's still on shelves. Is it? That's an important thing. Ooh, the battle camo is still stock. I've never seen it on shelves. Is it at Walmart.com? Let's find out, shall we? Rough cut. That's literally right there. Ah, yeah, it's 20 bucks online. Heck, you can still get the Strife for 35 bucks. Very interesting. You cannot get the Fire Strike. That's out of stock. Ooh, Rival Knockout's now $15 on Walmart.com. It looks like they're finally done selling the Knockout. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see if there's any surprises here. Elite Split Strike. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I have one sitting up there on the wall. The battle camo one. Interesting. I saw Blue Eye Centurion on eBay for 20 bucks. It's not bad. I'm sure shipping sucked. Well, I'm going to head out nearly 3 a.m. for me, and tomorrow, at least for me, I have to contact Corsair about replacing my exploded power supply. Thank God it has a 10-year guarantee. Good luck with that one, Ozma. Take care. Godspeed. Hey, Noah. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming out. Hey, Walcom, if you want an MK3 AEG, you can send an email to Monkey Mods. I mean, yeah, obviously. Like, you'd have to, they sent me an email, like, do you want to pre-order one? Do you work for Monkey Mods or something? Ceta X or Nexus Pro / Striker. I think the Ceta S is better. I definitely think the Ceta S is better. That's my opinion. I like the ergonomics on the Ceta. I like the looks of the Ceta more. The Ceta works with a ton of different parts for the Retaliator and stuff like that. So I think it's definitely better. BTW, Walcom, I love your knockout attachments. What? Ghosted? Oh yeah, Walcom, I randomly saw you on a tech video and a free... What? What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about, Scarlett. People are saying weird stuff. Sud Legna donated $1 through Super Chat. Well, thank you very much for the ducat. Walcom, are you in any drama? Not that I know of. Am I? If I am, I have no idea what it is. What 3D printed blaster would you recommend purchasing? Kind of depends on what you're looking for, but I have a high recommendation for a Lynx. Do you have a video on the NERF Zombie Dominator? You mean the Doominator? I do not. I do have a Doominator. Probably Tag Mac material at some point. Nexus or Striker? They're the same blaster. Oh god, what's going on? McDoyle!
Best I can do at the moment. Use it wisely.
First of all, love you. Second of all, you're financially irresponsible, and please, I hope your wife never finds out. But thank you. Holy crap, thank you. Holy crap, thank you. Thank you, holy crap. Walcom moonlights on telenovelas. Walcom's drama is being a super nice person. If you think I'm a super nice person, I am chaotically neutral, if anything. I try to be nice when it's appropriate, but I wouldn't consider myself like an outstanding person. So apparently I'm doing a good job of fooling you into otherwise. No, I'm a human being. I have emotions just like anybody else. What S4 League gun would you like to see made into a 3D printed blaster? The SMGs, the pump shotty, the smash rifle. That would be pretty cool. I want somebody to make me the plasma sword. That would be a super cool Nerf boffer to have. The pistol. God, I love the pistol from S4 League. And the revolver, because the revolver's a shotgun. She knows about my habits. She just deals with it. Well, tell her I love her. And Little Mac as well. If I had the money, I would do at that, but I'm super broke. Well, we can't all be as financially irresponsible as McDoyle. Also, McDoyle's the only one, like, keeping my head above water right now. Worst blaster in 2021? Probably the Thunder Shot. That thing is awful. Stupid o'clock in the morning acquired. I'm off to sleep, hopefully. Good night. Godspeed, Ed. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming out. Have a wonderful night. Hope you can sleep. I keep forgetting you're on the other side of the pond. And I'm on the other side of the continent on the other side of the pond. What about the uppercut? That didn't come out in 2021, did it? Wasn't that a 2020 blaster? I don't even remember. Snap. Did that come out in 2021? I'm gonna look. It's probably early. 9 months ago. Son of it. Okay, well, definitely that's the worst blaster. Will you do a review of the Busby Flintlock? The only Busby Flintlock I have is brand new in box, and that was given to me by Cat Pirate, and I have no hopes of ever opening it. I just got a big bad mode. Any mod ideas? That is something that you can find a lot of mod guides for, especially on like Nerf Haven. Big bad bows are notoriously like awesome to mod. Favorite blaster of 2021? Oh god, really like the Conquest Pro. I'd have to think on it a little bit. The only thing that popped into my mind right now is Conquest Pro. What is your favorite short dart? Right now it's just the Adventure Force Pro Dart. The max darts have some issues, I'm finding out. They don't seem to work that well in some blasters. I think they're like slightly thinner. If I get clearance for the tower next week, I may have big news to drop here in the stream. Oh god, he's having another one. See the new massive burn? I don't think so. Have a good night, Jace. Should I mod a hammer shot to look like either the Diamondback or the Ambassador from T-Fortress 2? You could. The problem with the trying to make those look like actual revolvers is the cylinder is too far forward from the grip. That's the biggest issue. Will we get a studio tour? When it's done, it is not even close to being done. There's so much more work. What's your favorite liquor? I honestly don't drink liquor that much. BSP, brown sugar bourbon. That's kind of like my go-to. I just found out the rival takedown can shoot mega darts or elite darts if you stuff them down the barrel and loaded rival ball. Yeah. I mean, you're basically just wadding the dart at that point. Have a good night, Detroit Dart Works. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming out. I still hope to... I may have to reprint your kit to do the video on it. I have kind of filmed the video on it already, but I think I didn't do the outdoor test. And then the thing snapped on me. And then I glued it back together, but I'm scared it's going to break again. We need more bolt-action blasters like the Jupiter. I fired a Jupiter for the first time the other day. I have one in box, don't want to open it. And that thing is not a very comfortable prime. Least favorite Nerf brand blaster of 2021? Well, it's the Uppercut, apparently, because that is apparently 2021 blaster. Do you think the Prophecy or the Caliburn is better? Caliburn is more customizable. Prophecy is a lot stouter. Except for the Caliburn can have, the Caliburn could have a bunch of stuff done to it. So, I just don't like 3D printed blasters for durability. It's 9:50 a.m. in Singapore, Sunday here, and I'm off to a Nerf games at noon. Ha ha ha! Well, have a good one, Blaster Shogun. What's your favorite liquor? Lickitung? Resident Evil 2, etc. What is that kind of comment? Licky licky. There we go. Have you ever thought about streaming with a co-host over video like you do live with Lucha? I have. It's a little trickier, and there is something to say that may be happening. The Saturday Night Stream Thing is just one of these things where it's kind of ambiguous with what we do. I have streamed with other people during this. I don't know if I'd make it a regular thing, but we could do more of it. I have tentative plans to do more of it, but that might take a little while to come to fruition because the other person is currently out of commission. I've been thinking if it's possible to make the Mega XL Bulldozer a shotgun. Yes, it's already been done. I believe it was posted on Reddit. I don't understand how we don't have a Pro Series Jolt yet. I agree. Gosh. Break action, load the dart in, close it, pull it down, fire, get like 150 FPS, that'd be great. Is there an announcement for the Mark III? Yes, we already watched it and talked about it during this video. You're joining hours late. Could short dart mod work in the Air Warrior Sentinel? Yes, people have done it. I just got the Phantom Core's Helios and the Adventure Force Liberator. The spring return in the Helios is fun and the Liberator is large. I do like myself the Liberator. It is a fun, comfortable blaster. Mega XL Jolt. God, that would be so cool. Have a good night, Sud. Saturday Stream Thing is just a bunch of us nerds hanging out and chilling. That's pretty much what it is. I wish I had more of a thing that's going on, but I was just kind of filming videos like, oh crap, I got to stream tonight. It's easier when I have other people around, but I don't. Take a look at the Machina and Opper Hand sniper rifle. The Opper Hand is literally an op from, Do you think it'd be a cool 3D printed dart blaster? Tyler. Look up L-Chan. L-Chan. It's literally the Opper Hand, just pink. Any mods for an Expandablast? Not really. That is a... That blaster just doesn't really mod well. There's some cool things you can do with it, but it doesn't really mod all that well. It would have to be bigger than a Knockout, right? Not necessarily. Whew. Walcom, once Mega XL comes out, would you think it'd be compatible with blasters that take crossbows? What? What do crossbows have with a Mega XL? I don't get it. Will you do a review for the long arm? No, I actually don't know if I have one. I heard that's the Opper Hand, but pish. Have a good night, William. I'm turning a strong arm into a sniper rifle with PVC pipe. Good luck with that one. Hey, Foam Flinger. If we do get an XL Jolt, you know the one of the first ones will be the shotgun with an inline clip. That's definitely true. Pump action Jolt blocks? That'd be kind of cool. Have like a camming system. Hey, Kiro. I'm extremely late to the show, so hey, Walcom, I'm quite excited for the blaster, even if it's unlikely I can buy it. How's everything going? I have another thing in a separate message. Look out for it. Oh, jeez. Hey, Walcom, should I get a Magnum X2 Super Drum or a Villainator? Ooh, that's a tough question. They're both really good, but I think the Villainator is a little bit better. Stream about to cut off for a sec. Friendly reminder to the viewers to refresh it if it freezes. Yeah, it should be. We're at 1 minute 56, 1 hour 56 minutes. So I can either end the stream now or we can keep going. And I could just wait. I'm curious to see how many of the 140 people watching will come back. But yes, the stream will. I guess it's an issue with Netgear routers, but at 2 hours and 4 minutes, the stream will go down, and it will hopefully reconnect on my end. I actually had this problem on Twitch where it wouldn't reconnect, which on YouTube is a death sentence. We'll see what happens. What's my favorite Nerf gun? It is the Jolt. Should I get a Spectrum or look out for a Raven Rough Cut? The Spectrum's going to hit harder than a Raven or Rough Cut stock. You probably have more fun with the Spectrum, and it's also cheaper. Describe your dream blaster. So you take Zip Zaps or X mods and you make them dart blasters. So where you can like literally customize every single thing about the blaster. I have a video I'm going to do on this. I meant to do it a long time ago, but I'm glad I waited because I've thought about this video a lot more. Did you ever get the 50 round drum dart working? No, I did not. In fact, I think I ruined the one drum that I worked on, but I have 2 more now. Technically 3 more, but I'm keeping that Titan CS50 wrapped up. Although I'm kind of like, how much is a Titan CS50 sell on eBay right now? Because I'm kind of hurting for money. I wonder. Titan CS50. Brand new in box, $300. Out of the box, $260. Out of box, $300 with $600 buy it now. Yeah. They're expensive. I'm surprised someone like Dart Zone hasn't started standardizing internals and... Oh, that just popped out of my face. And designing around those. What size drill bit for standard NERF screws? I believe they're 0. I believe... Phillips? You can sell stuff to us, yeah, but I need money. Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't want to, but yeah, I have a brand new in box Titan CS50. I wonder how much just the drums sell for. How much does a Titan drum sell for by itself? $100? I'm not using them. That's crappy scalping. No, the blaster disappeared off shelves and you can't find them anywhere. Like, if you type, yeah, most of the ones on Amazon are overseas. In, like, Australia. Like, you just can't find Titans anymore. Thanks for the clarification, Panda. Ugh. Bro, a single Titan drum is more than a real firearm magazine. This is true, but they're also rare and they're desirable. Should someone make a Black Ops 3 NX Shadow Claw crossbows a dart blaster? Isn't that semi-auto? I don't think that would work. You're not wrong, Colmient, but I will laugh all the way to the bank, because I have one that I literally opened and did nothing with, and then I have another one still in box. Stream broke for me. It shouldn't break for another couple of minutes. I have a preview on this monitor, or on this side of the monitor, that works fine. $100 Titan used working eBay. Yeah, I saw that one, but it doesn't come with the drum. So I can only extrapolate that the drum is worth $100 to $200. And you can also tell that whatever this Titan is, they thrifted it, and they're just trying to make a quick buck. It's missing the trigger cover. Like, it's obviously thrifted. Which they do pop up every once in a while, but I have a feeling they're a pretty rare blaster. We need a short dart drum. They exist. I have printed them. I just never actually finished putting them together. The Panic Attack would be an amazing 3D printed TF2 gun. It wouldn't be too complicated either. This is kind of true. Will you do a review on the Mediator? Probably not, but I do want to put that Gavin Fuzzy kit on the Mediator. The Black Ops 3 DIY 11 Renovator was a short dart blaster. Would it run full length darts or short darts? Oh, if it was a dart blaster. I have no idea what that even is, Tyler. Silver Fox just told me to ignore the tracking info, and they're working to see if they can do an error doesn't happen in the future. Apparently there's an issue with the tracking app they're using. Interesting. Didn't know that. They're 20 minutes from me. Okay, boss and chats, I'm heading out. Have a see you next time. Have a good one, McDoyle. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful night to you and yours, and the little one. Think of Flip 32 will be a bust. Probably. Alright, we're about a minute. Let's see if we're right. It's like literally 2 minutes. 2 hours, 4 minutes on the dot. Let's see what happens. I want to see if we can still keep 138 people in here. Can you please stop spamming? I hate to ban you for such things, but you leave me no choice. Was it the dual magnums from S4 that you like? I actually don't know if I ever got to use those. I liked the original pistol. It was like bam, 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 and it like 3-shot people. Is super satisfying to use. Drum for fly point would be epic. That sounds complicated. Even if the Flip 32 is bust, it'll be a funny bust. Exactly, and I still hope to pick one up. It's supposed to come out in October, so we're almost there. I wish NERF would help me with this, because my god, buying all these blasters hurts. What's your favorite NERF mags? Right now, Talons? I don't know. I don't really use, like, full-length mags. Alright, let's see if the thing goes down. 2 hours and 4 minutes. Doing magic. What's going on? Stream gonna go down? Stream gone down yet? Is it going down? I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see if it stops moving on this side of my screen. Come on, stream. You know you want to. I guess there's a couple of seconds of delay. Whew. Huh. Hasn't happened yet. Very interesting. Come on. I know you're going to do it. Don't you pretend you're not going to. Until that hits 2 minutes, or 2 hours and 5 minutes, I'm not going to believe you. I could wave my finger like this all day, stream. Come on. I know you're going to do it. I know you're going to do it. Hasn't happened yet. It's going to happen. It's so weird. Yeah. We're now at 2 hours and 5 minutes, and it hasn't gone down. And yet, every single time I stream, at the same point, it goes down. Very weird. You found the fix. Wave your fingers and it stays up. Clearly, I'm magical. Which is better, the disruptor or the strong arm? I technically like the strong arm more. It knows you're watching it. You got a point there, American Foam. What do you think about the Nerf rival Hera? Very uncomfortable trigger. Because it's mechanical trigger, it's a very long throw for an in-mag grip. It's worse than the Apollo in that aspect. Favorite Nerf brand pistol? I actually don't know. Jolt? Jolt? Does that count? I think you misread my message. I sent it about 3 times and I don't want to say it again. I will refrain from spamming chat. I'm gonna... okay, I got my hands on the N-Strike bow that I think might have been from an older era. It's called the Blazing Bow. That was about 2009, 2010. There's no ammo for it. Yeah, it uses standard Nerf arrows. Hopefully you got that before the stream went down, if it went down. There's a lot of people chatting. It's hard to keep up. Could you shotgun with short darts in a full-length man? You can. The Kronos. Definitely a good blaster. Half-dart suction cups. You evil, evil person, Wolf. You evil wolf. Do you want it, though? I have some. Don't worry. What's your opinion on the deploy? I did a whole tag back on it. It's a gimmicky, but otherwise useless blaster. That is weird. I wonder, maybe it's... I have no answer. It always has gone down at 2 hours and 4 minutes. And here we are, 2 hours, 7 minutes, it hasn't gone down. I wonder what the heck that's about. I am confused and scared. We're in a whole new world right now, and I don't exactly know what to do about it. Do you know the release date of the Mark III? I don't. Did they actually announce it? I would assume soon. Yeah, I don't think they actually announced the release date for it. I assume October. It's going to be here for the time for Christmas. Oh, so you use Netgear. I hear you guys get hiccups with streams if you have. What was it? It's not a model issue. Yeah, I have a Netgear... I don't know. It has 3 antennas on the back of it. I can't believe Ross has uppercuts on discounted sale for full price. That's funny. What's your favorite Roblox blaster? Probably the Bees one. Do you have the Nerf Recon Mark III? I do not. I don't think that's out yet, is it? Has it only went down when you've had guests? Technically, yeah, no. Because I was streaming earlier this week and it did it. And I was streaming on Twitch instead of YouTube and it still did it. It's always at 2 hours and 4 minutes, which is kind of sus. Do you reckon Spamf looks like a Mauser? That's what I called my video, yeah. And I got 30,000 comments about it. No, Spamf, it looks like a Tech 9. You don't know firearms. I played Call of Duty. I know everything about guns. That's my audience when watching those videos in a nutshell. I've actually, I want to call every single blaster a video I do. Like, the Nerf MP7, the Nerf Tech 9, the Nerf Op, the Nerf Blog Grease Gun, M3 Grease Gun, every single time now, so people go yo, this looks nothing like it. You don't know. I just want those comments for the engagement, and I hope they watch the entire video because they're, studying it so they can write a huge, long comment about how I'm wrong. And it makes me happy. Maybe stream is still going since you're only using one camera. I technically have both cameras plugged in right now. I just got the Phantom Course Helios and Adventure. Oh, we talked about that already, Glock. Do you think Nerf will continue the Icon series? They should, just do a better job. Can you see how many hyper rounds fit in the Prometheus? I don't have enough hyper rounds to fill a Prometheus. Do you have a Nerf rival Prometheus? I do, in fact, have a Nerf rival Prometheus. Just the one. Do you have pets? Yes, we are up to 6 rats, and 2 cats, and 2 guinea pigs. Just start calling everything a Glock. Drifter, I like how evil you are. It's perfect. Nerf Glock? Be great. Clearly the future of clickbait. I'm so glad this thing works so good. Man. Dig it out of a box. Oh, here, hold on. Nerf Glock? This thing is falling apart. Hot glue can only go so far. I think I broke something. Aha! Is there a dart in there? There is a dart in there! That's hilarious. How do you pronounce WALCOMS7? WALCOMS7. Hey, if you make me laugh, I will donate $1 million. Call your bluff. You better donate half of that now, and then the other half when I make you laugh. And you better not do it through YouTube, because YouTube will take... What's 30% of $500,000? If I could do math, I'd probably be able to tell you. It's at least 3. That's right, Morty. It is at least 3. Do you like the Prime handle on the Nexus Pro more than the Max Striker? No. Put a down payment on that joke. BAM! Ship it. Favorite flywheeler? Ask me that again next week, Connor. Can you please look up a picture of the Black Ops 3 DIY 11 rail innovator? Keep in mind it's supposed to be a nail gun. Oh, I think I've seen that. Is it really that much money? Man, that's a big hefty cut to YouTube, and the platform would still suck. Will you get an Aeon Pro pump kit? I don't know if I would specifically search one out, but I do like the idea of it. I have actually designed a Glock look like the front and side for my Phoenix blaster. I believe it. Does Dart Zone have a hammer primed blaster? Not yet, no. What are your thoughts on the FDL3? Mine's are pretty cool. Do you play games at all? If so, what are you playing? Playing the New World beta right now, and it's amazing. Worker Swift, almost done with that video. Hey Walcom, would you accept me playing Russian music while watching your stream? I literally can't control that. Has anyone made a rival drum mag? NERF technically did and then never released it, because I assume it didn't work. What's this like shiny part in my eye? That's weird. What's your favorite gunplug kits? I have not built a kit in a while, and there's so many kits I have in backlog right now. I would love to build more kits. I really want to build my full mechanics Vidar because I love the Vidar, and I want to kit bash the legs off because I don't really like the legs of the Vidar. So, I don't know. Has Dart Zone ever done a tie-in? No, and let's keep it that way. Because obviously licensed blasters ruined Hasbro. Walcom, what is your favorite color set for a blaster? Pink. Pink and white, I guess. Going to need to start calling you Mufasa with your fabulous mane. Man, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just literally not shaving right here. Or this. My hair's all messed up because of the headphones. I did brush it. It was brushed at one point. Do you think there will be a Dart Zone rough cut? I have no idea. Well, the rough cut is technically Smart AR system, which is patented by Hasbro. I like Jangular's colors, which is basically the same but adds light blue. Yes. Kind of like Common Red or Revice, or I guess that's Revy. Dude, your beard is incredible. Keep it. Well, thank you. I actually do appreciate that. What are my PC specs? It is a AMD 3900X, 8 cores, or 12 cores, 24 threads, 64 gigs of DDR4 3600, an RX 5700 XT. I mean, those are the only specs that matters. 850 watt gold power supply. Probably needs more power supply, to be perfectly honest. And a cooler the size of my head. When does the Mark III come out? I would assume in October. Buy beard oil, it does wonders. I do use beard oil. Doesn't seem to do anything. Favorite mobile suit from Iron Blooded Orphans? Well, I just answered that question. It's Gundam Vidar. You've got a spider on your mic. Do I really? Where? I see no spider. Not bad specs, to be honest there. Well, I have it only thanks to a special someone that may actually be in the chat. And I'm already looking at a GPU upgrade. Now, this thing smacks. It's been really good. I still have some minor issues with my video editing software crashing, which there's an upgrade if I could afford it. But other than that, like, it's been fantastic. Especially now that I figured out how I can stream with it. Hey, Walcom, how did you and your wife meet? Like a lot of other couples meet in college. So what's your favorite Nerf rival blaster? Mine's the Takedown. Mine is the Knockout. Do you like electronic dirt blasters with burst fire? I do, in fact. Burst fire is kind of my end game. I want to see 10 jolts glued together and all of them under one giant trigger pull. I could technically do that. I have enough jolts for it. Dad advice, use scissors to trim your mustache at the lip level. It'll get thicker like that. Don't trim it with beard trimmers, though, to make it look thin. I use, just the little tiny scissors, and I kind of go like that. But it seems to, really thin out. And so somebody told me to just kind of grow it out, and it will eventually take care of itself. I don't know. God, I hate this right here. It's bothering me. Met my girlfriend of 5 years in high school. Nice. That rarely works out, so congratulations. What did you go for college for? Art, believe it or not. And I already knew computers, so I was going to do 2 years of art, and then I was going to move into a 4-year for computers. Learn, graphic design and stuff like that. And now I know how to edit videos and stuff, and I think I'm pretty okay proficient at it. All self-taught. Everything I do is all self-taught. My Knockout broke, only had it for 2 days. So stupid I didn't break it on purpose. Amazing how you had that happen, Brian. If you trim with scissors, it'll thicken up because it ends up layering. Okay. Alright. I'll trim it again because it's kind of annoying tickling the corner of my lips. Not gonna lie. Would you accept me doing a commission for you because I've never done one and want to try? I have no idea what you're asking about, Noah. I don't do commissions. And commission for me, as in making me a blaster, I mean, I technically don't need you to do that, if that makes sense. Because if you're good, then I would commission you. But if you're new, you wouldn't do a better job than what I would do. You see the dichotomy there. Even your blaster modding is self-taught. You didn't go to school for that? I wish I would have went to school for that. That'd be awesome. Where can you buy it? Is Target the only Mark 1? It's Target and Amazon, I believe it said. It might be Amazon in Canada, though. It's looking to be Target exclusive, but I'm not 100%. Congratulations, Count Hellstrom. Did you like the Vortex line? I did, in fact. I love the Vortex line quite dearly. What's your take on furries? I want nothing to do with them. Hey, Walcom, have you been taking a look at those shell blasters by UDL, like the XM104? Are those like the one, like the like Terran tactical shotgun thing, the blue and white one? If so, screw that company. They can burn a fire because they ripped off the Lynx and the Gecko. Hot take. How did you get your YouTube name? It's the name of a gun from a video game. How often do you hurt yourself when modifying? Regularly. I cut myself or burn myself with a hot glue. Any war stories? Not really. Can't wait for games and events to be back in full swing. Yeah, good luck with that one, Tommy. Can finally get all those new blasters out on the field and out of our closets. Yeah, good luck with that one. Doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon. Man, looking at the stills they have for the Dart Zone Pro Mark III, it looks like it has a metal barrel in there. I'm kind of curious. Are you familiar with UN-13 from the old NERF scene? Watch my video on the Legacy. Actually, I guess that was part of my my Target video, because I was trying to combine the two, because it's kind of hard to do like a video on just the thing. Wacom, do you know anything about the Vulcan Old Chainfield? No, I have no idea. What's a Vulcan? Are you religious? I think you'd make a great preacher at the Church of NERF. No, I'm not technically really religious. Oh boy, chat. You're starting to let me down. I saw a Magnus for $60 at a thrift store. Is that in like pesos? Jeez. Wacom, games are back in LA like 2 times a month. How are your games in your area? Non-existent. And also, I'm amazed that games would be back in LA, considering how hard California is being hit by, you know, the Delta variant and stuff like that. Would you do a review on the 3D printed short dart Uzi? I actually do have one. It kind of died, and then because I was gonna do a video for Frontline Foam, and grab it here. I had to send it back to them. I was going to finish I needed to do the I needed to do the outdoor testing, and the thing stopped working on me. And so I sent it back to them, they got it back to me, and now the burst fire and single fire, like single fire is anywhere from 1 to 3 darts, burst fire is anywhere from 2 to entire mag. I don't know what the problem is, but yeah. So I do have one. It did at one point work. It really did. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today in the Church of NERF to pray to the Hasbro gods for better blasters. Would you review that knockoff Woozy? No, that will never touch my channel. I like Cullen too much. Also, I tried to buy one so I could dump on it, and they never sent it. Woozy versus Lightning Bug. Lightning Bug's rad. Highly recommend buying a Lightning Bug. Hasbro God? No! What are your thoughts What are your thoughts on the out of darts FPS caps for the Nexus and the Striker? I have never used them. Probably cool. I have my first Ultra Stock game tomorrow. What's your thoughts on the Ultra Stock community, and what is your favorite 250 FPS blaster? They're fine. Ultra Stock could be a load of fun, to be perfectly honest. And I would probably take my my Saber. Because it's my Saber, and that would hit over that threshold. What's the highest FPS you have seen from a blaster? That's varied. I mean, you say blaster, you don't really clarify. Because blaster, I have shot a foam dart through a pumpkin with a quote-unquote blaster. Still like the turbine? Yeah, I like the ergonomics of the turbine. Does Delrin really offer anything substantial over ABS for blaster making? Delrin is a super strong material. Super strong. ABS, less so. Did you know that you can buy a short dart Uzi on Amazon for 60 bucks? Yes, we just talked about this. Don't buy it because you're literally, somebody ripped off Cullen's design and is reselling it. Worse, it's worse in every single possible way. And you're giving them money for ripping something off that they didn't design. Through a pumpkin. Yes, we shot a foam dart through a pumpkin last year for Halloween. I'm so happy to go tomorrow, but unfortunately my links from Silver Fox isn't coming till October. Yeah, they got kind of a backlog. Till then, I have my Nexus hitting 220-ish with a scar and a red dot. I hope I don't get pooped on. I mean, I think you'll be okay. You'll have a faster rate of fire if your spring load is comparable. If you go at some point, you have so much of a spring load that your rate of fire drops specifically. So ironically, 200 FPS plus wars can be even more balanced. Aren't you going to Xavier's Wars? He doesn't invite me. So that answers that question. How hard does L-Chan hit? Last time we chroned it, I think it was like 230, 240. Do you like airsoft? Not particularly. I have a nice airsoft rifle, though. Would the hammer shot be more fun than a Spectrum? That's completely subjective. I kind of doubt it. Do you recommend upgrading the Mark II? You can't really upgrade the Mark II very well, to be perfectly honest. What do you think about Project FTL2? I never had an FTL2. They're pretty ugly. Walcom, you know the Warden sucks. I've had it for 6 months and it's working fine. Yeah, probably because of me. And Coop. And everybody else who broke one and complained about it. But mostly me. I'm gonna take that credit, darn it! I actually showed them breaking on camera. Maybe Coop did too, I don't know, I didn't watch his video. Did you ever get into paintball? Yes, when I was a kid. Not very much fun. Mostly because we had one kid in our group that got like a Titman something for Christmas. That was like, had the motorized hopper and the electronic trigger, so you could just go like this. And he just like, yeah, and just mow everybody down. Does your wife nerf? Not really, robot. My girlfriend is into it ever since I bought her a Stripe to 170 FPS, and I'm honest, she's better than me. Faster, more accurate, and harder to hit. Yeah, no, mine doesn't really like shooting people much. Will you mod the Dart Zone Villainator? We tried. It doesn't really take a spring upgrade all that well, and it kind of ruins the buttery smooth slam fire. You check out the mod potential of the Boom Dozer into a 5-shot short dart shotgun? I haven't checked it out, but I assume yes. I also saw that they have like the same plunger tube as the Magnus, so it shouldn't be that much better, I don't think. Do you think the Proton Pack for 50 cal foam balls would be cool? No. God, that sounds expensive. Did you jump straight into Nerf stuff, or did you try airsoft or paintball first? I did airsoft and paintball as a kid. We started with paintball, moved to airsoft, and then years later I got into Nerf. That's kind of how that went. How much do you like the takedown? It's a solid like 7 out of 10 blaster. It's really fun. Really want a lever action one, that's for sure. What about a Proton Park rechambered for hyper? Same problem. Don't have enough hyper. Too expensive to refill. Burn through ammo like none other. You can almost rationalize it with Rival, but when you get past that, it's like just way too much money. Any other big hobbies you spend time doing? Gunpla, and recently I've gotten back into Beyblades. Can I send you a blaster that I have modded? I mean, I can't stop you. Any plans for a next-gen leader? Not at the moment. My Nerf Ultra Sniper rifle is broken. Yours is working fine. Buy a short dart kit for it then. Depends on what's broken. Which line do you like better for Gunpla? I haven't really bought much Gunpla recently. I keep buying kits that are hard for me to get. Like I got the what is it? What's the ball that has like the legs and stuff on it? I got that, the polypod ball, and I got the HG Woundwort, but other than that, I haven't really been buying kits. Have you ever tried flying FPV drones? I have not. I do have a drone, but it's not FPV. Do you remember the Out of Darts Jupiter? Of course, I have one literally sitting on the table in front of me. So a bit of change of topics. I've been looking at doing anime figurines. Any Rex? Is that like you find a character you like and you buy the figure? I don't really know of any other way to do that. What I do know, if I'm not mistaken, they're doing a reprint of the Kotobukiya Deku, and I'm hoping if they're doing a reprint of the Kotobukiya Deku, they do a reprint of the All Might, because I want the Kotobukiya All Might really badly. And honestly, looks like the prices have dropped considerably, so maybe they are? I don't know. Oh, the Reveltech. I'm sorry, Reveltech. I'm an idiot. Reveltech All Might, still $200. Reveltech Deku used to be like $500. It's now like $100 something. Cool. I just want the All Might one. Do you like Yu-Gi-Oh? I played it as a kid. It's way too convoluted now. How hyped for the M41A? Isn't the it's M41A. I got it complete because like the AR in Counter-Strike is the M41A, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, yeah, no, that's pretty cool. I know what to expect, which is disappointing, but it's cool that it's in that shell. Was the Ochi Vulcan a good blaster? Not really. Honestly, not really. Wait, Walcom's a My Hero Academia fan? Yes. A little bit. I want the MG Sinanju Stein. You and me both. I never picked that up. I don't know if it's unobtainium now. Sinanju Stein. Oh, that's a little bit more expensive than I'd want to pay for it, yeah. Yep. Do you play Warhammer 40k? No. Is there any mods you would do to the M41A when you get one? Proton Pack. Proton Pack. You are quite welcome, Robot Monkey, and thank you very much for joining the family. Don't forget to join the Discord at some point in the future, and I'll see you around. Do you play COD? I used to. I haven't played any of the newer ones. I tried Warzone and hated it. Do you think Mega XL could bring back good quality Nerf blasters? I mean, it's kind of hard to screw those up, I feel. What is your most accurate sniper rifle-ish blaster? That would be the M40, or the M20, the Saber M20. Or L-Chan, one of the two. Depends on what you're talking about, sniper style. If you mean bolt action, it's L-Chan. The upcoming Flip 32 could be a shotgun. I'm pretty sure it fires 2 darts at once anyway. Regards from Vienna, Austria, Europe. Well, salutations to Vienna. Do you play Battlefield? I've never been a fan of Battlefield. The gunplay has never felt good. I don't really like team games, and I don't really like vehicles. I need to get a replacement turnaround for my Gecko if I don't have a printer. How do I get one? Contact somebody with a printer. Like who you bought it from would be a good start. Hello, Tucker. Thoughts of modding a Lynx to look like a real steel GM6 Lynx. I don't know what that is. GM6 Lynx. I mean, that's doable, except for the pump action. It's kind of cool looking. I don't know why you'd want a bullpup 50 cal, but that's apparently a thing you can get. Jiminy Christmas. I like the grip and mag setup on that, though. That's interesting. But yeah, that's way too much money. Way too much money and way too much caliber. Do you play Ark Survival Evolved? I hate it. I've tried. I hate it. Oh god, do I hate it. Will you mod the Tetra Shot? Maybe. My 2 Nerf Rival Chargers was broken. How? Did you mod your Nerf Rival Charger? Yes. And besides it shooting very poorly because of the hop-up, it was otherwise fine. What's your favorite Ultra Blaster? I have to go with the Select. I love the idea of the Select so much. The 32 is both pump and lever action, assuming the pump is for flipping and the lever is for priming. This is true. You can tell because the pump is green and the lever is orange. The orange lever primes the blaster, the green one is what switches the barrels. What is your normal dart Sledgefire? Love the Sledgefire. Great, great blaster. Are you a Marvel or DC guy? Kinda neither, to be perfectly honest. I don't really follow like superhero stuff. I've never really been into it much. I liked DC more as a kid. I was more into like Batman and stuff like that. Probably because like the Batman animated series and like Justice League and stuff like that. Why is the barrel on the Charger so strange? Because I assume they were trying to make it like as compact as possible. What is your favorite Nerf shotgun? That would be the Firefly. The Colonel Wasp Firefly. Definitely. Whew. Nerf should make the Fortnite railgun. I didn't know Fortnite had a railgun. The most modding I've done to a Nerf blaster is doing an open door replacement on the Kronos. Oh, that's interesting. It really was classic for real. It really was. That cartoon was way ahead of its time. Pulsator or Atom Blaster? Pulsator. Oh, thank you very much, Ezekiel. I have your thing. I have shot the most of the video. I will get it done ASAP. I'm a little slowed down at the moment. I have to edit an hour worth of footage into something palatable. I do have to kind of like start it and like back it up kind of often. I don't know if that's just because I got something misaligned or not. Static Shock Opinions? I loved that cartoon as a kid. The school shooter one was very, very uncomfortable, though. That was, didn't really like when shows did, like, the super realistic, hard-delivered message. I don't really think, like, it had the same effect. I think it was just disturbing. Feels forced. Maybe that's the question I'm looking for. Or answer I'm looking for. Would you try K26 in a Vulcan? No. Do you think the Nerf full auto shotgun would have a place in the hobby? It could. It could. Did you ever get the Atom Blaster? I believe somebody sent me one. Tips on middle school. Pay attention. Middle school is like how well you do in middle school will set you up for how good you do in high school. And also when you get into high school, look at Running Start. Looking at getting a 3D printer, but have a pretty limited budget, could you get away with a smaller bed and just printing smaller pieces? Almost every blaster you find will work on the bed of like an Ender 3. I think you can get like an Ender 3, just an original Ender 3. $189 right now. And that's for a pretty decent printer, in my opinion. But, as with all things, you spend a little bit more money, you get a much better product. Opinions on the Ryan's World blasters. I have 2 of them, and I haven't opened them yet. I want to do that video soon. It looks aligned in the earlier videos, probably just need to wear in the gears using it. Are you watching any animes right now? I watched My Hero Academia, that's pretty much it, I think. Kind of in between stuff. I did watch the first episode of Kamen Rider Revice, and it was pretty okay. 1,000 times better than Saber. Do you like the Nerf Mega Roto Fury? Yes, I think it's a good blaster. Do you play Overwatch? No, that game is awful. I did play it at one point, but it's awful. Have you played Doom Eternal? I have not. I don't really do single-player shooters all that much. You have to put the Ender 3 together, but it's not that bad. Do you? I mean, the Ender 3 Pro was like 2 pieces. Yeah, I guess it does come apart. Yeah, okay. Looking at it on Amazon, yeah, it does kind of... I mean, most of the thing is put together, but you'd still have to spend like an hour putting it together. There's guides on the internet for it. The Ender 3 Pro is like $50 more, and I think it's like... Nope, that one you also have to basically put together by hand. When did that start happening? Get an Ender Pro V2. Just get a V2. It's worth the extra $100. Seriously. Would you ever consider opening up your own Nerf arena? I would love to. I obviously not something I could do here, but it's definitely my end game is to do an arena. What is your favorite Kamen Rider series? Kamen Rider Build. What is my favorite soda? I don't really drink soda all that often. It's usually like ginger ale. Thoughts on the rapid fire tech? They had one new in box at Ross for $5, so I was like, why not? I just buy it and keep it in the box. It's not a great blaster, but it's certainly fun. The V2 comes with a glass bed as well. Yeah, but if I know anything about Creality beds, is that you're gonna have layer adhesion problems. You're gonna have to put like hairspray on the bed. Do you think the Dark Zone Pro Mark 1 with a Prophecy Breach would be better than the Nexus Pro? Maybe? Yeah, if it didn't have that like half a prime of slop in it that I despise. Ever play Wizard 101 or Private 101? I don't think I did. I have seen those games, and honestly, I've played so many free-to-play games, I'm surprised I hadn't played them, and I'm fairly certain. I didn't know Pirate 101 was a thing, and I've never played Wizard 101, but I know of it. What's your go-to competitive loadout? Probably the Saber, because it's the Saber, and I really don't need a whole lot else, but if the blaster I'm getting in next week is anything to go by, yeah. I got a Magnum Superdrome a few days ago, but the plunger rod is broken. Oof, that's kind of an unrepairable thing. How hard does my Gecko hit? My Gecko did hit anywhere from like 130 to 150. I tried to put like the like this barrel and stuff in it, and it lowered the FPS considerably, and I don't know why. Do you recommend the Pharaoh? Yes, for the short dart kit that you can buy for like $60 off Amazon. Is the Nerf Mega Twin Shock good? Okay, Brian, I'm gonna just lay it out right now. You just keep asking if random blasters are good, and I'm tired of it. I'm done with it. I'm gonna have to, like, put you in a timeout next time you ask that. I'm just gonna ignore you from now on. This is, like, why chat gets kind of annoying, is because you just keep asking, is this blaster good? Is this blaster good? Is this blaster... And it's not enjoyable content. That's not, like... There's nothing for me to talk about. I'll just say it's good or it's bad. And then I can go into detail, but it's the same thing every single time. Ask something that is, like, substantial, like sandwich-worthy, not, like, toast-worthy. Nerf Aid Rival, it will not hurt them to create a half-dart line. They won't make a half-dart line, Tucker, because they're not gonna use somebody else's ammo. They will do literally everything to avoid that, because of most of Hasbro's profits for the last 20 years came from dart sales. Now, recently, darts are harder for them to make a profit on, and on top of that, they're losing more and more blaster space to competitors. So Hasbro, they're still making money, but that's why we're seeing them cut so many corners recently. And that's why we see them making so much new ammo. Ultra, Hyper, now Mega XL. They're doing that because they don't want to do what the other companies are doing, because they just don't care. They don't have to. It's Hasbro. Recent loadout update. Aeon Pro with a pump out kit taken down to 120 FPS. That must be a really nice prime. And a Lepus set with 50 DPS as a secondary for this necessary dark clouds. A dark cloud is always unnecessary. Hey, J-Ro, nice to see you. Thanks for coming out. WALCOM, are you hyped for the biggest Jolt reskin finally releasing next month? I have no idea what you're talking about, so it'll work. What if NERF made a micro line which uses half darts like how Mega... No, they're never going to. And if they did make half darts, they'd make them a completely different way. They'd make like half ultra darts or some stupid thing like that. Hasbro won't ever do that because I think it's a pride thing. I don't know. I really don't know. There's something about... Like, Hasbro doesn't like not being the innovator, and they also have this weird obsession with, like, super safe everything, when, like, at the end of the day, they're still shooting foam darts, so it's, like, never really been an issue. Oh, yeah, God, that's another blaster that's gonna... Oh, no, I need to have... When does that ship? Oh, God. God, how much NERF I buy off Amazon. It's redonkulous. Arriving Tuesday, October 5th. The thing that upsets me is I can't change... where it's shipping to. Amazon will not let me change the shipping. And I moved. So it's very stressful. Is there a magazine for 50 caliber foam balls? Yeah, there are people working on them. That's never gonna happen, RXtro. The closest thing you get is the Fortnite. To be fair, they do get blamed when kids shoot their eyes out. Kids shoot their eyes out with everything, though. It's not just a NERF. It's like, and that's also like not NERF's fault. That's the kid's fault. You know what I mean? If you're a parent and you buy your kid a NERF gun, and then they shoot their eye out, whose fault is that? It's not NERF's. Will you play the new NERF game coming out? Probably. The new one that's coming out, NERF Legends, that's not on PC. That's the problem. It's on Switch, I think. I might try. That's gonna be awful, though. Oh. Yeah, it's on Switch. I could drag out my PS4, but I don't really want to. What chronograph do you use for your videos? It is an X-Cortec 3500. This one. Do you like the Gecko or the Zinc better? I have not played with the Zinc, so I don't actually have an opinion on that yet. Does NERF know they are alienating hardcore enthusiasts? Yes. Do they care? No. Couldn't you make a new Amazon to change the shipping? They won't. They literally will not let me change the shipping. It is frustrating as heck. And I can't order something. I can't order it again. It was a pre-order. Are X-Shot Chaos, Adventure Force Ballistic Ops, and NERF Rival Rounds interchangeable? Yes, they are, in fact. Okay, we answered that. When does the Mark III come out? I have to guess next month. Late next month? Maybe November? It'll be out, I assume, before Christmas. What's the hardest hitting branded blaster? Right now it's Dart Zone. Are you an Apple or an Android guy? They're both interchangeable, to be perfectly honest. No matter which one I have, I miss features from the other one. Do you like L-Chan or the Short Dart Pharaoh better? Two completely different blasters. The Short Dart Pharaoh I can prime with my pinky, but it doesn't hit as hard as L-Chan. Whatever happened to your Bulwark? I still have it. I don't really use it. Yeah, just haven't really used it. I burnt out those motors and kind of like tried. I got less FPS after I did that, and I just kind of like, you know. Doesn't have good fire control because of the weird roller motor kind of weird system. God, it's so small and compact though. I don't know. I just haven't really wanted to use my Bulwark. I liked the idea of it. I'd like to get a specific holster for the Bulwark. Is it possible to make a mag-fed disruptor? Not really. You need a bolt to seal around the dart, and the disruptor doesn't have that. You could technically do what like the Cheetah does, where you can manually operate a bolt, but you're really just wasting time at that point. What's your opinion on the Spring Thunder? I've done a video on it. It's a pretty cool thing. I didn't find it all that practical because it's huge, and the shells are huge, but it is pretty cool. What soldering iron do I use? I use a TS80. Very nice soldering iron. Highly recommended. How fast is the full auto on the Dartzone Mark II? According to leaks, 2 darts a second. So, bam, bam. Best blaster for $35. Conquest Pro? Or is that 40? I don't remember. Is that 40? Are you going to watch the Apple event on the 14th? No. The only Apple thing that I have is the phone. How easy is it to model Perseus? It's pretty simple. For a full auto, I mean, there's not a whole lot going on in there. What would you recommend for commission work besides Valor? Check the Fuzzy Walls Industries Discord. I'm sure there's somebody in there that has like a producer role that is doing commissions. Yeah, Valor would be my only go-to one, and yeah, he's probably got more on his plate. Team Instinct? No, I'm Team Valor. I go with Best Girl. It's a really easy solution. Give it a couple more minutes and I'm going to shut this down. We've been going on for 3 hours of just answering questions. Where can I get a 1995 Kenner crossbow? eBay is kind of your go-to. Would it be worth modding the Mark III? I highly, highly doubt it. Welcome to be proven wrong, though. We'll see what happens. You don't have to donate to support the channel. You can like, comment, subscribe, share, do everything. If everybody did that, this channel would have 1 billion people watching it. You mentioned that other people you showed the Phoenix to didn't like the mag release. Did they say where they would like it? I don't think they liked it because it was atypical. I loved it. I think this is rad. Having this little switch right here, like, I love that. I think that's cool. It's like supernatural for me. But maybe it's if they have bigger hands, maybe it's cramped or something. I don't know. I liked it. Oh, God. If only this print quality wasn't so just gummy. It's actually, like, reasonably comfortable. Like, there's a lot going on here, Vulcan. Like, it's comfy in my hand, like, really comfy. Trigger pull's nice, mag release is nice. I mean, I know you're trying to make it look like the Halo pistol, so I guess that's a thing with this big bump up there. Could go. I mean, I don't know. You designed it, so you chose what you wanted. It's also a bit bland. You know, it's just like boxy shaped, like there's nothing going on. This could probably be rounded to make it a little, if you want to hold it like that or something. Or Picatinny rail or something like that on it. I know this is an early one. But no, I like that mag release. I thought it was cool. I mean, it's really close, man. Seriously. Have you tried the 3D printed Viper revolver? I have not. Do you have any stock short dart blasters? What? I have no idea what you're asking. Which of the 3 different rough cuts do you recommend? I mean, the rough cut. They're all the same. Have you pre-ordered the Mark III? No, I'm hoping to get sent one, but we'll see how that goes.
Okay, great. Now let's make it better. But, you know, just writing from a place of understanding rather than from a place of fear. Where you're just great.
I never see the YouTube homepage, so I have no idea.
You don't want to change it because you don't know how.
I just always go to the subscriptions. The motor driving a gearbox with moveable engages the catch by pulling the trigger. Okay, man, that just chat's devolving into wildness now. Alrighty, well, it just seems to be repeats of things we've already talked about and stuff, so I'm gonna call it a night here, because I got a wife to go see how her day went, and probably try to figure something out for dinner. I don't know. So, love you all. Thank you very much for your support. We'll have a video out tomorrow, 100%. I filmed it today, so we'll have a video out tomorrow, and hopefully I can motivate myself to get the Milsig, the Saber, and the Swift videos all out next week as well. Almost, I think they're all shot. The only thing I need to shoot is the talkie footage for the Saber, and I need to shoot the target footage and the outdoor footage for the Swift. So, I just need to get those done and then edit. Which, I have a bottle of bourbon to help me with that one, because I know I'm not going to be happy with those videos no matter what I do. I'll say bye to everybody in the chat really quick. I'm glad the stream never went down. That's kind of weird. Thank you very much. GECX3, American Foam, Brian S, Butters09, Call Me Ent, Classic for Real, Count Hellstrom, Ghosted, Havoc Renard, Homely665, our beautiful moderator, as long as Ent and American Foam, they were also moderating as well. Jack Brown, Jellyfant, Jeremiah, Jill Denkins, JMB311, Joel Curtis, Joel Medina, Juston Lange, Killer Frog Gaming, Crimson Thirst Gaming, LB Attempts YouTube, Mr. Blues, Noah Stout, Parker D, Ramen Warrior, RDH Master, RXTRO, Sean Mullen, Taco Dude, T-Bug20, Tucker Walrus, and Vulcan and Xavier Hampton. We do these live streams every Saturday night starting at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'll try to have more fun stuff to do. Maybe I'll put a game up or something, like shooting at the target or something next month. What I really want to do is try to get wireless labs. If I had those, doing like more exciting streams would be easy. But until I get those, it's kind of difficult. So, thank you very much, and I'll leave you guys with the rest of the song. Have a wonderful night.